But yeah, this was a key mailer acquired game for which I was able to get a review copy. And it was nice because I was telling folks earlier, I didn't request a key. It just showed up in my inbox. They're like, here you go. And it was one of those where I don't even have to stream it necessarily, but I just wanted to just because it looks so strange. I do know that Alias streamed it a few weeks ago, and I did not go back to like watch his reaction to it. I might go back and like maybe peruse the VOD after the stream ends, just to get his take on it, but not until after I played it myself, because I wanted my experience to be au natural, totally authentic and totally unspoilt. That is the plan here. So yeah, this is Goldenheart, and I'm excited. Check it out. We got Silverant. What's up, bud? He says it's on my wish list. There you go. Silverant knows what's up. Silverant knows the good shit. Silverant, who is a fellow enjoyer of weird indie games. Silverant, of course, you've been around for a long time, and you probably know the kind of thing I enjoy playing, the kinds of games I enjoy playing. I think we are cut from the same cloth, you and I. So we'll just say it was perfect timing. It was perfect the way it all just kind of worked out. If it was on your wish list and you were just looking for an opportunity to see somebody playing it, seeing what it's all about, let tonight be such an opportunity. Someone to Northern Journey. Northern Journey. Well, that one is on my wish list, as luck would have it. And this one does look very similar. Yep, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't have that one, but it's on my wish list, and it's weird. It looks real weird. But also, like, vaguely similar to this one. How curious. How curious indeed. Good to see you, Silverant. And thank you for popping in, everybody. Let's check out Goldenheart. I'm excited. Like I was saying, haven't seen anything about this game. I just saw parts of the trailer, and I have no idea what to expect, other than I think it's going to be kind of weird, kind of surreal, kind of like, I don't know, Dread Delusion, Northern Journey, like Silverant said. If I can be so bold, maybe some Morrowind? Maybe? Hey, listen, I can only be so lucky, right? Check out the tutorial. Enter the tutorial. Yes. Yeah, in a good way. I do love me that weird. X on a gamepad or E on keyboard. Keyboard detected. I'm using the mouse to look around. It reminds me already of Pathologic. And I mean Pathologic Classic. I remember the old shit. Playing as the Bachelor. Well, actually, it's the one that has you choose between playing as the Bachelor or the Haruspex or the Changeling. Pathologic 2, I think they only have the Bachelor. The Doctor. Young Doctor. Walking and running. Oh, you toggle. I would rather it be a hold. I'd rather hold than to toggle, but that's fine. Move closer to the sign. And then I press E. And it says, press space to jump. Cool. How long does it take me to start the game? 22 minutes is not my worst. I wonder what my worst is. I know I've gone over an hour. Although part of that, in all fairness, is channel point redemptions. In all fairness, that's at least one of them. Where a channel point redemption will come in hot and I'll be like, all right, you know, we'll do the things, and then another one will get redeemed and I'll go, all right. And then after a bit you go, oh shit, it's been like an hour and a half and I've yet to even play the goddamn game. What the hell? I'm going to lower the volume. I think it is maybe a smidge high. Smidge. Some of the UI noises a little bit up there. 22 minutes. 22 minutes is pretty darn good, I like to think. Can I guys swim? Oh, we can swim. There's our hands. Get the armsies. Look up while you swim to the shore, or your guy will just float. Just float on his own. You have a little water meter. That's kind of cool. Yeah, 22 minutes is pretty good. And like Elec also pointed out, yeah, when it comes to like multiplayer games, it's a little bit of a different beast because when it's a multiplayer game, unfortunately, there is less... Oh, look up. There we go. There is less, you know, chat interaction. Like, I try not to ignore things, but inevitably, I'm trying to keep up with everything else just because I'm trying not to, like, hold the rest of the crew back if we're playing with peeps. More things to keep up with and that kind of thing. We get to... Oh, this... Alright, so there is indeed some combat. Makes sense. You have a bow, press F to use it. Well, if I do that, how do I press... How do I pay respects? Left mouse button, release left mouse and fire. Sounds good. I took arrows from the quiver. I sure did. So the controls... Or not the controls. The animations are maybe a little bit stiff. There is a drop-off. And I don't mean like he fell off like content-wise, but there's a... Oh. Like grab the camera. There's like a drop-off when it comes to... There we go. Like how the arrows kind of arc. I don't know if there's like other weapons I can choose from. You press F. You can toggle whipping it out. I'm always happy to toggle whipping it out. It's just a little stiff. It's a little stiff, but that's okay. We've all been a little stiff at one point in our lives. Do I keep getting more confetti every time I shoot it? Arrows in the quiver. Let's go ahead and check out what awaits in the next room. We get melee weapons now. I like the little scarecrow fellas. Oh, it's floating. I do enjoy in like Unreal Tournament and those kinds of games where yeah, weapons will just be kind of like floating and rotating on their own. Sword and shield. Press R to use them. Right mouse button to block. And target things. Swap targets. Press space to dodge. That's kind of cool. There we go. When you've got that target, you can go do little cool little jumpy moves. There's that block. Is there like a charge attack? Ooh. There is not. There's just a single wind up, and that's all there is. It makes me wish that there was a way to do that kind of dash maneuver without having to target. As I could see myself just kind of choosing not to target or forgetting to in the heat of passion. And then if I had to guess, you shoot him, that works too. And you cannot retrieve your arrows. Block button. I'm guessing block I mean, there's definitely like some stamina. You can see in like the top left, there's like a stamina meter. Can I break the signs like in Ocarina of Time? Stamina bar will appear under the health. That's right. That's right. What's up, Oni? Lychee is pronounced like cheese. Lychee, rather. It's good to see you, bud. Won't be able to dodge your block if your stand is empty, and your guy will be sad, and he'll be very embarrassed. Lie cheese. Like Liar's Bar. Lie cheese. Squash a couple glug bugs? Glugbug. Wasn't that the name of the Ewok song in the original cut of Return of the Jedi? Oh, you must be a fella. You must be one of these so-called fellas I've heard about. Anyone wondering what the hell I'm referring to? It was called Yub Nub. Not Glugbug, but Yub Nub is very... It makes me happy. He dropped arrows. That was nice of him. Oh, there's more. Oh, that's right. They said there's going to be 3 of them. Dropped hearts. Dropped a heart. Just 2. Never mind. Trolls again at any time. Well, that's nice. At any time? Anytime at all? Are you sure? Are you sure I'm allowed? Mouse sensitivity. So if I raise the sensitivity up, my mouse will start crying. Immersion mode. I'm guessing that removes the UI. What was it? Was it T? Oh, oops. Immersion mode is T. Oh, there was probably like a thing, but I didn't read it because I'm silly. Maybe immersion mode is disabled for the tutorial. Oh, that's the end of the tutorial. There we go. And there we go. Oh, what in the world? So Oni, oh, so if that was an MS Paint masterpiece, so Oni, I'll give you a choice. So the MS Paint masterpiece is a little bit different. The MS Paint masterpiece, that's the one where you give me an image and I recreate it, or I attempt to recreate it, and I do so effortlessly and 100% authentically. But then there's the one that is a comic. There's the MS Paint comic, And that's the one where I do like a 4-panel comic. That's an image. It's in your head. The image is in your head. So you have an option. You have an option. Would you rather do you have like an image you can send to me, or would you rather I just do the 4-panel comic? Yeah. I was gonna say, if you got one, if you can hit it to me in the chat or in the Discord. I'll take any option, any option whatsoever. What about Yub Nub Step? Call Ewok rave music. I'm down. I'm down. You know those Ewoks know how to throw down. They can get weird. Gallywix. Killing Gallywix and annihilation the European. I've read that comment a few times. And my brain is like having a hard time parsing it. That's part of the fun. Zero, I'll give you the image. What are the odds that Oni's going to send me a link, and it's going to be a YouTube link, and it's going to be a goddamn Rickroll? He's done it to me before. He's done it to me before. He'll probably do it again. What's this? Do this one. All right, so I'm ready for the image whenever you got it, Oni. Yeah, when it's an MS Paint masterpiece, that's usually how we do this kind of thing. Usually we do it where we start with an image and then we try to recreate it, and whatever's left is the masterpiece. Masterpiece theater. Masterpiece art theater. Here it is. He's in my... Okay. Well, that's quite the image. That's quite the image. There's a disco funk version of Yub Yub. So iRossi knows what I'm referring to when it comes to Yub Nub. Huh. I mean, this is a image, Oni. I will confess to you, Oni, it might take less than 3 minutes for you to recreate this image. It's an iconic image, says Oni. You know, I've never had someone do this. I've never had in the 4.5. In the 4.5. In the 4.5 years we've had the MS Paint challenge, I've never had this kind of image redeemed for it. Where the image is just a scrungy little MS Paint masterpiece of their own. So, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. He says it's an iconic image. I do not doubt that it is. I mean, it is one of the icons of all time. It's big too. Let's resize this down. Go like 40% that size. There we go. There we go. So look at that. Look at that in all of its splendor. All of its splendor. We've had people redeem an MS Paint masterpiece where they took one of the outputs of my previous masterpieces and then had me like do another MS Paint round of it. So it's like, which of course means you don't get too much variation obviously between the two images. But we've had that happen once or twice, but this is a whole new level. Whole new experience. It says I drew it, so it's literally iconic. Well, I will do my darndest to like honor this image in all the right ways. Oni, like I said, it's a new like breaking new ground when it comes to MS Paint masterpieces, breaking new ground and like venturing into unexplored territory. It's all very exciting. And just to be clear, you said it's America, this guy here, winning another World of Warcraft world first by killing Gallywix, annihilation the Europeans. I'm assuming Gallywix may or may not be an actual World of Warcraft creature. Oni says, I exist to transcend. You've succeeded, my friend. All right, friends. Well, 3 minutes on the clock for a slightly unusual MS Paint challenge. I'm going to do my best. I don't know if I'll be able to recreate it to the full extent of its splendor, but I'll try my best. Final boss, the current. So it is a real creature. Knowing that information, I might try to add some extra stuff here. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, bam. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that little like bam, bam, that he's got going on. I'm going to try to get the same like shape of the head Oh, except look at that. I made it too big. So same shape of the head. Gonna try to like get the crown more or less the same. I mean, my dimensions aren't gonna be quite the same, but I'm trying my darndest to, you know, really do this right. I appreciate the biceps, by the way. Oni, I'm fairly certain that your biceps are probably significantly larger than these. By the way, here's Gallywix, right? Look how sad he is. Hence the fucked up legs that he has. And the big arms, and then the really long head that he's got. Oh god, that's too curved. Actually, no, make the head a little bit smaller, a little bit squishier. Look how sad he is. And then here's the real sad part. Here's the one that's just the absolute heartbreaker. That, you know, that it's the real there we go. It almost looks like a heart the way I drew it. There we go. It looks like a butt if I drew it that way too. How hard is it to draw this like very slightly rotund face? I can't do it. It looks like a butt every time. Good enough. Good enough. You know, Oni, for all the shit I give you and for all the goofs, I can't like recreate the splendor of your original image. I just, you know, they always say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but it is still just that. It is still imitation, and it pales in comparison to the original. All I can do is try to emulate it to the best of my ability. But at the end of the day, it's just not the same, right? It's just not the same. So there we go. There we go. We got there, baby. We got there. The race to world first is happening right. Oh, you mean in the game? Yeah. I thought you meant like the race to an extremely accurate and very impressive interpretation of an original image. The original, and then here's the cover. That's right. It's one of those. Who did it better? Who wore it best? All right, friends. Well, let's go ahead and actually, for one thing, I'll zoom out for just a moment. There we go. Crop that down and save this one off. I guess in all fairness, in this particular case, it is maybe slightly hard to tell the difference between the two. Oh, look at that. I misnumbered this one. It was 396. Whereas this is 397 then. 3 away from the big 4 hundo. So this is N.A. Gallywix Slain PNG. Yeah, when you look at them side by side, it is legitimately maybe a little bit hard to tell the difference between the two. So there you go. Maybe that's like the inevitable evolution of the MS Paint challenges. There we go, friends. There we go. Everybody learned a valuable lesson today. I don't know what that valuable lesson is, but everyone learned it. MS Paint masterpieces. So redeemed by Oni. And there it is. Oh, hold on. First MS Paint. Yes. Bam, there it is. It's out there. My crown is floppy. Yours is erect. I'll say this much. Mine's like smushed because I made the guy's head too big. And his torso too long. His torso too rotund. Or no, his torso too elongated. His head too rotund. And then the EU guy, I made his head too buttular. His head is too butt-esque. So, if I were to do a Mark III, a version 3 interpretation, then or I guess rather version 2 interpretation, then maybe we'll be able to get it a little bit closer to reality. It's gotta practice. I gotta practice in the off hours. That's how it works. I just gotta practice, off stream. Try to like do it faster, do it more authentically. Just like try to like time myself. Just you running like MS Paint drills, trying to like up the ante, trying to refine my technique. There you go. There you go. It was a good redemption. Thank you, Ryan. Like I said, use the MS Paint challenges or something a little bit different, but I'm down to like change the meta up a little bit. You know, it's good. Yeah, thank you to Oni for the redemption. And let's get back to the games here, and let's actually start a new game then. So we did the tutorial. We've got the basics down. Let's see what this game has awaiting us. You can just kind of tell based on like a UI, this kind of like chill and simple. Like we're in for an unknown time. I have no idea what to expect. Do I have enough characters for my full biblical name? My full super cubit. Yes. My full name, that is, it shows on my birth certificate. Sure enough, it does. Story mode, normal mode, or souls mode. We'll go normal. We'll go normal. No damage modifier. That's fine. That's fine. That's me, Super Hobbit. How'd you know? E on keyboard or X on gamepad. Can I press X on the keyboard and fuck everyone's brain up? I see buggies. I see T-posing models. I'm liking the intro already. What's up, Borka? Dwarven cave? Every cave is a dwarven cave if you believe hard enough. Look at that donkey. Smooth cactus, I like it. Look at peoples. What's up, Grim? Yeah, exactly. A millennialipede. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a millipede that was childhood traumatized by the events of 9/11 and the ensuing Bush administration years. So Farold. Then Dara. Okay. No going back now. Got Revan. Or those things. Too dangerous. Well said, Harold. I'm a fan of these faces. I'm having a good time with these faces. Marin. Village nearby. That sounds encouraging. And then Dara says, fuck you, Marin. Oh, no, she says, what was that? Is that me? Is that my guy? I'm a fan of the pose. I gotta say, I'm feeling the pose right now. Oh, the axe. Did you kill something? The polygons are great, man. Oh, he killed that thing. He killed the Yub-Nub. Romance option? Who wouldn't you romance? That's the problem. Who, like, how would you be able to narrow it down? Air is warm and dry. You smell food cooking. What's cooking good looking? Can I read someone's book? Dear Diary. Dear Diary. Dara is so hot. Decided to camp. Okay, it doesn't say there. Camp here indefinitely. Current circumstances are too risky. Finding a route to any nearby settlement. On pathways to have become blocked by ancient hewn stone slabs with foreign markings. Mutated animals are concentrated around the anomalies. Something strange is happening. Is it magic? The locals know more. All we, the player, know is that we saw that cutscene where there was some masked or hooded figure casting a magic spell or some kind of incantation. What does it all mean? I couldn't help but notice that, yeah, there was like, I wasn't sure if it was like, if it was their bloomers or if it was something else, if it was like just a weird quirk with the way the clothes were rendered. I don't know. I'm not sure what it was, but I like to think it's, yeah, just underwear on the outside. Whale pulling a, what is it? Yeah, from the Boondocks. That's like the first episode, I think. My recent dreams. Gonna make them understand what I feel in those dreams. I like that. I like that first episode. Grandpa was like Huey, what I tell you about trying to tell white people the truth? And Huey's like, they have to find out, man. They have to know the truth. He's like, he's like, it's like white people can't handle the truth, man. I'm gonna find a white man to lie to him right now. That's a fun show. Not being truly alone, he says. Okay, interesting. Now it's a question of how long will it go until things get weird. Like right now, things are like kind of chill. We got our friends, or at least co-travelers. I heard like a clickety click. Some kind of critter, some kind of insectoid. Can I help you with the axe? Hey, Super Hobbit! All caps. This doesn't have to be prepared. That's why we're chopping some wood. Some bearings. That's been reading. What a nerd. What a damn nerd. Yeah, that episode is very fun. Pet the doggy. All right, this game is 10 out of 10. Game of the Year edition right here. If you can hang out with the doggy. Oh, you can only pet him once, though. That's the kind of thing you can only do it once. That's a one and done. You know, she's really trying hard to chop that wood. It's okay. The dog's going to help. The dog is all the emotional support she needs. She'll be fine. She's got it, man. She's got it. Did you get some fishies? I see the fishies. Fishies and grass. My favorite. But yeah, Will's exactly right. Yeah, it's like the whole thing kind of backfires. Like, wow, this kid's hilarious. Wearing my lacy undies, Super Hobbit is oblivious. Ah, someday I'll catch his wandering gaze. That's right. That's right. All 3 polygons. Ah, he'll be unable to resist. Everyone's PS1 Hagrid. Yeah, I'm with Oni. Yo, we wish. I wish I could be PS1 Hagrid in real life. You kidding me? Someone's catching lots of fishies. Are you the person burying their nose in the books? Good morning. Me! Book has not been of much help. Great walls of stone, disfigured and monstrous creatures. Severe disruption to the... Can't really translate it, though. I'm trying to translate it. I hope there are some answers. All very curious. All very curious indeed. What's up, Skewer? Correct, yeah, this is Goldenheart. Indie game that's on Steam that I don't really know what to expect yet. It's very surreal, very mysterious. I'm liking it so far. Here's Syl. Realize something. Those things you've been seeing? A story her grandma told her, she says. But whatever they are, they don't want to be shaped that way. It was embarrassment that turned it into those awful shapes. And how did the story end? The guy was like, man, she's catching so many fish. It's like, well, I don't see any hooks on the fishing line, but she's trying her best. Someone over there as well. These folks are just jamming out, which is fun. Oh my god, the accordion, that's very fun. I was listening to see if it was going to be the Song of Storms or something. I appreciate the detail of making the actual strings wobble. That's kind of fun. Anything else? Over this way. This is probably where we're going to get equipped with some things. I see like rock over here. I also see this over on that side. Oh, this is probably like target practice. Standing at attention. I legit thought he was naked for a second there. I was like, whoa, put some pants on. What the hell? Is it a war game? It's like an exploration adventure game. There is some combat, but not much. It's more about exploration. Yeah, puzzle, exactly. But you are adequate. And you know what? Grim, she's exactly right. She's exactly right. You're absolutely adequate. In fact, I would venture to guess you're probably more than adequate. Pretty much every tool. Got a machete. Okay. Your armaments await thee, he says. Vanquish the foes. Gotta look for Marin, though. Or Marin, I suppose. So I get the bow. Shazam. Get some arrows. And then there's my machete. An achievement for getting weapons from Ferold. There we go. And if I wanted to, I could do a little testerino. And it's not like there's like a charge attack or anything. It takes a lot to run out of stamina. And look at that. Even if you run out of stamina, you could keep slapping. So it takes quite some time to lose it. Here, let's do a quick target practice. Stand the line. Bam. Bam. I'm a gamer. Cool. I get to pick up the arrows. So it's a max of 25. Good. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the lady. Sounds like that's our next objective. Now, if this is a Morrowind, like, I'd be able to, like, attack anybody. But I'm not going to, because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice protagonist fella. Talk to Dara. I mean, could I just go out on my own and ignore all those things? Now I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy and do it legit. Doggy. I can pet the dog again. Okay, I thought it was a one-time thing. I was full of shit. Also, can I pet the donkey? Or ride the donkey like Epona? That's a donkey face right there. Can I jump on the donkey? I cannot jump on the donkey. So it was it you? You know, you're Neff. We already talked to him about this. That's Harold. I'll confess, I think I've maybe gotten like the people mixed up. Maybe she's like further up ahead. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe it's someone you haven't talked to yet. Because my guy's an aimbot. Yo, with an arm this good, who could blame them? Who could blame them? Here she is. So sure enough, there's some things she's already killed. There she is. There she is. Why Dara's so thirsty? That's right. Mutant jumping tarantula creeping up on us. So go find Marin. That should be back right now. I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Looking Francis might lead her into more trouble. You're armed with the kitchen supplies, a machete, and a bow and arrow. Well, I don't know if a bow and arrow is considered kitchen supplies, but sure. And in all fairness, I don't really consider a machete to be kitchen supplies either. It's like expedition supplies, sure. And I'm sorry, Dara, just to be weird, not to be weird about this, but maybe a little bit weird. So, yeah, it's like part of her tunic, maybe? I don't know. It's the undies on the outside. We'll just say that's like that's what fashion is like in the future. We'll say this is a dystopian future. This is post-civilization, and in the year 3090, this is all the rage, and also this is the picturesque view of feminine beauty, and just these things evolve over time, right? The tastes and again, to use the phrase from earlier, the meta has shifted. The meta has shifted, so we'll just go with that then. Oh, I see him. He's there. I'm ready. Slapped him. And then you drop the arrows, which is very not cool. We'll keep our eyes peeled. That's right, 90s Lara Croft better watch the fuck out. On to the next area. Instanced loading areas. Oh, and cutscene. That's Tolderon. So it's weird, but not like bonkers. It's not like beyond bizarre. It's definitely like it has a surreal quality about it for sure. But it's not like so strange that I can't tell what's going on. Like it's pretty sensible to kind of figure out what's going on so far. I'm guessing this is still the right way. The combat is really nothing to write home about, but it doesn't have to be anything fancy, obviously. We need to get up there somehow, actually. There we go. Some weird noises earlier. Maybe that's just like the water noises. I could probably climb up this guy. This is climbable. But if I go back for a moment... Oh, turtle fella. Are you a friend? Probably not. What if I just leave you alone? If you leave me alone, I can leave you alone. We can just coexist. Alright, good enough. Not sure if that was how that's supposed to work. But again, I'm thinking back to my time in Morrowind. You see a scary-looking monster. Sometimes if you leave it alone, it will leave you alone. Bull netches, I'm looking at you, that kind of thing. These things look terrifying the first time you see them in Morrowind, but you know, after a bit, kind of learn how to like work around them and coexist. It all works out. Gene Wilder is the picture of sex appeal. I mean, he's a picture of everyone's sex appeal if they're doing it right. Oh, a gem. Maximum health is sprint. Oh, that's nice. I like it. Did it go up by 1? Oh, that's delightful. Our max HP went up by 1. I was thinking, oh, it goes up by a few. Nope, it's 1 HP increase. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm not one to look at gift heart piece in the mouth. Yeah, if they're doing it right, everybody should be sexually attracted to Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka. Specifically from Willy Wonka. I mean, he was in other movies too. Honestly, I actually watched Young Frankenstein for the first time ever a couple years ago. And honestly, Gene Wilder kind of fucking slapped them. I mean, his acting was great, but he looked really good in that movie. Like, if that's... Like, I thought he was always like an okay-looking guy. But in that movie, he could fucking get it, all right? Now, granted, he was a young lad. It was black and white. You know, it was an older film, but it fucking checks out, man. Yeah, he was a good actor. He was a good actor, and Young Frankenstein, I was legitimately impressed. Now, granted, I'd always heard it was a classic, and I knew I was gonna like it, but yeah, it was very enjoyable, even with like the high expectations that were placed. It was a fun one. I'm gonna not pick up that heart just because we're already full health, because we're so good. We're so talented and so humble. See that oh, hold on. Smack. Yeah, the combat's pretty easy to work around so far. This is a biblically accurate bat angel. Yeah, when I think of Gene Wilder, I of course think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That is the classic role that I'll always associate with him. And of course, it's been pretty well publicized that he had quite a lot of hand, quite a, what's the word I'm trying to say? He had a very noteworthy hand in several like really cool scenes in that movie, like scenes that he exploded. Okay, like for that character that were not written necessarily, but then Gene suggested to the director, whoever directed that movie. And like the whole thing about him when they first see him, after like hearing about him and how weird and strange and kooky he was, when you see him for the first time, like they He opens the... I probably can't make this shot, can I? I'm gonna try it. Oh! Okay, not quite. Yeah, after hearing so much about him, then you finally see him when he opens the gates to the chocolate factory, and he's got his walking cane, and he's a little he's kind of hunched over. He looks a little bit frail and a little sad, and everyone's kind of confused. And then he acts like he's gonna fall forward, but then just kind of tumbles and does a somersault and stands right up and it's very unpredictable and strange. And the whole idea was to kind of play into the mystique of this character, where you can't really trust him. You can't really trust if he's a good guy or a bad guy, if he is who he say he is, if he can be taken seriously. Kind of casts that doubt from the get-go, and that doubt permeates throughout the movie. What is this guy? What's his motivation? Is he trustworthy? Does he mean what he says? So that idea that Gene himself had suggested for that character, with that scene with him with the walking cane, that kind of sets the stage, and I think that's really, really cool. Pretty freaking neat. Can I target them? No, I cannot target them. If this was Zelda, I would just Z-target them. Oh, I shot him in the face. And now he's spinning. Ouch. There we go. I forgot what button was doing things for a second there. What's up, Hackman? The tunnel scene, oh my god, yeah. That tunnel scene was legitimately scary. I loved that movie as a kid, but that scene would freak me out. And I would I wouldn't close my eyes during it, but I would be I would kind of have a hard time looking at it fully. I would just kind of grit my teeth and wait for it to end, because it spooked me right the fuck out every time. Now, do I want to stand here and waste all my arrows trying to shoot these dinguses? Maybe. But maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't. The good news is if you... Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe these are going to contain arrows, but not always. Sometimes they contain hearts. Can I carve him up and eat him? Unfortunately not. I'll get the arrows. Yes, that's exactly it, Grim. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And he has a hard time, holding a straight face. And it was unscripted. That's what I've heard, too. Yeah, I know the exact one. R-rated horror cut of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I am curious. I'm curious what that is going to entail. You have my curiosity. That's actually really cool, Hackman. I didn't realize that, that there was this mystique about that scene where only certain actors were told ahead of time what to expect in that scene. Makes it that much more freaky. So the hornets can eat an entire penis, but the turtles are so chill. The turtles look scary. Look at this guy, he's just chilling. So as long as I don't step on him, he's not gonna fuck with my shit. These turtles are bros, man. The hornets can eat every butt though, for all I care. Raises up a platform. Cool. Stuff over here. Oh, and a creature. Is he throwing stuff? That's a weird noise. Oh, that's me hitting him. Okay. Plunk. I'm assuming the noise means I'm doing damage. The clank makes it seem like I'm not doing much. Oh, maybe that's exactly what that means. Maybe I wasn't doing much damage. Maybe, you gotta shoot the face for maximum damage. Hit the weak spot to inflict massive damage. Remade Wolverine with Danny DeVito. I do not know that one either, man. I've been living under a rock. How can I pretend to be one with civilization if I don't know these things? Oh, I shot him in the face. come on. Oh, I shot him again. Get fucked. He's running away. He's running his punk ass bitch away. Is he back? Is he back for more? Oh, almost. Oh. Okay, fine. I'll take the party to him. I'll see how it is. That's by shooting him twice didn't kill him. Shooting him, but slapping him once did. I know it's like getting close because I can hear them. Oh, I fell down. Okay. Got a few paths I kind of want to follow up on. This one's the obvious one, but I kind of want to see if I can get around to that little cave area. There might be stuff... You know what? I'm going to like go ahead and jump down because there might be stuff over on that side too. We know that we can swim. I don't know if there's like scary things in the water, but we know our guy can swim. Ooh, it's another one of these guys. Sure enough, that's exactly it. You just gotta hit him right in the face. Right in their goofy, stupid noggins. And he was not guarding anything. I thought he was maybe guarding something. I think the idea is if you fall down here, you're probably in trouble, but not us. No trouble for us. Nothing in the water. No creatures that I can see. Some Zelda, yeah, Zelda vibes. Zelda and like some Elder Scrolls light exploration, I would say. Now, of course, this is not open world per se. So it's not quite one-to-one with something like Elder Scrolls, but you probably know what I mean, like just the first-person swords and bow and arrow, like that kind of vibe is at least present. Climb this thing again. There we go. We got Meerkat. What's up, buddy? Yep. Go and circle back around to that guy. Just to circle back. And now we're getting better vantage points. Ooh, is this like a fake wall? I don't know, something about this just kind of feels unnatural. Unnatural. I could probably climb back up into that wall, but I don't know if there'd be much reason for it. I think this is more our speed. Let's put our sword away. I'm just gonna assume that there's probably fall damage. Probably. This strikes me as a game that would have fall damage. It just feels fall damagey. Did Alias play this? He did. Yeah, Alias played this for a bit. Was it made by one of his community members? I actually don't know. That'd be really cool if it was. I think this game came out last year. There we go. That door did open, yeah. And when I saw it come across my radar, the game developer was saying that like they're happy with the game's reception, but they're trying to like broaden their horizons and get it in front of more people, which is why they were trying to petition for streamers to play it. Now, there is somebody in the Noita community that made Primordialis. So that is somebody who is within Alias's community. A few other Noita streamer communities. But Primordialis, that's the big one. And that's one of his like recurring things that he streams a lot and is very good at. I really enjoy his Primordialis streams. Shame about the bazaar. I know that's been kind of a pain point for some folks, that whole situation with that game doing as well as it was, only for some of the feelings aren't just sour when the dev kind of went back on their word on changing the idea on the monetization for the game. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, Primordialis has been a big one for sure. But yeah, but I really don't know. In fact, I was trying to find some information about this game's developer. Because whenever I stream an indie game, or really a game in general, I, of course, will post about it on social media. I'll post a screenshot of the game, and I'll say, like, hey, I'm going live, playing this game. I'm excited to play it. Like, that's, you know, pretty much what I always say. I'm always excited to play a game, especially for the first time. And usually I like to tag the game developer and the game's publisher. For one thing, I like to think it's helpful for them to say, oh yeah, people are checking out our game, especially if it's an indie game. I like to think that's helpful for them. And, you know, every once in a while, I hopefully it's seen as a positive thing that I'm checking out their game. Every once in a while, they might be really cool and be like, oh yeah, let's give this guy a retweet. The Super Hobbit kid seems all right. Kid, I'm 35 years old, but you know what I mean. Sometimes they'll, you know, kind of return the favor and retweet the post, or at least like it, that kind of thing. Every once in a while, we'll get really lucky, and maybe somebody who worked on the game will stop by the stream. So I mean, I'll do that much. And so yeah, I was trying to look up information about the game's developer. I think I did find the Twitter profile, I think, but that was all I could find, and it wasn't a name that I recognized. Also, doggy. So there are these statues then. Also, this mysterious doorway. All very mysterious. Let me guess. I step off. Oh. Now can I push the dog? What the dog doing? Not that. All right. It's not as pay to win. Well, that is good. That is good. I think it's more of it's like the principle of the matter. I think that's probably what irks people the most. As I figure, like, no matter how you slice it, yeah, like, the developer would hopefully know better than to, like, completely shoot themselves in the foot and make it like a gotcha game where it's like, well, if you'll excuse the phrase, whales only are able to, like, you know, play the game and succeed. I think that's, like, you know, the worst case scenario. And of course, a lot of people have been burned by a, you know, promising looking game doing something that was, you know, considered to be like unfairly predatory. This guy draws a lot of stamina. If you block, he just kind of eats through the blocks. I did kill him, but man, that guy kicked the shit out of me. Holy crap. You guys are rough. But that noise is gonna get not old real quick. So anyway, yeah, so you would hope that most game developers, just in general, when it comes to monetization, they wouldn't, like, go that hard into, like, oh man, you have, like, the only way to even stand a chance is by dropping, you know, triple digits kinds of figures. Let's go see if I can pick up some of the hearts. I think they must have disappeared, though. So I'm glad to hear that, yeah, the gotcha-isms or the pay-to-win-isms aren't crazy overpowered. And that maybe they've kind of gone back and nerfed some of it. Because I know that, yeah, the reception on the whole pay-to-win aspect of that game has been poorly received, and it's pissed off a lot of people. I think part of the issue is twofold. One of it is that, yeah, like I said, it's more of the principle of the matter. You know, a game developer says, whoa, teleport. Okay, game developer says, whoa, teleport. Game developer says, like, we're always going to have the stuff available, you know, all the time. Like, because I think that was what they were quoted as saying. Like, we're never going to, like, lock content behind purchases for that, like, having to purchase packs of cards, that kind of thing. So, like, after multiple assurances, turns out, well, actually, we kind of changed our minds. And, of course, monetization strategies and priorities will shift, especially with, you know, economic factors that you can't control. Like, that's just kind of how it goes. But still, it's no wonder people were irked by that. Like, it's kind of no surprise that it left a sour taste in other people's mouth. And the other thing, too, is that apparently they got, like, some of the devs were being, like, weird about it on social media or Reddit. I saw, like, screenshots where they were being, like, really, like, condescending towards people asking more questions about it. Like, just maybe not being the most cool about it. I mean, they should have realized this was going to not be received well. Like, how could it not have cause a negative reaction. So for, I don't know if they were a developer or a publisher or what, but someone involved in the game being in a you know, position of authority, for them to be like kind of weird about it and like being snippy with people playing the game and asking questions about it, and probably being short-tempered. You know, like I'm sure some of the comments were less than pleasant, but still, it's like hopefully the dude would recognize he was, you know, you're having to negotiate with a hostile crowd, so going in on the offensive is not always a good look. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Will says, Wills are the worst, bro. Dan Season 2, baby. 4 months. It's kind of wild to think in 4 months I'm going to be in Japan. I'm going to be in Japan for 4 months. In 4 months, rather. Which means... which might compromise my ability to watch Dan, because I'll be in a place where I won't have Netflix. Change the model, right. And the dog is going to explode. Oh god, is he? Oh, he did explode, but he exploded into a friend. So he freed him. How did you get into that prison? The stone prison. You want to follow me? Want to hang out? Want to be besties? Oh, maybe he's going to follow. That'd be very nice. I could use a friend. Want to hang out? He's a good boy. Or girl? Who's a good dog? Oh, he's like, he's having a hard time. Okay, you'll just stay there. You'll guard the entrance. That heart beating noise is never going to get old, right? Wait till the next pass, right, yeah. Can't earn them without paying. I don't love it. I don't love it. But it's less egregious than being like, that's the only way to get it. But, yeah, I can't say I love it necessarily. But that's coming from someone who's not played the game. That's the thing, too. I don't really have a dog in this fight, because I don't really do... Oh, good to know. I don't really do, and this is not to say that I think they're bad or I think they're dumb. It's just not my thing. I don't really play a lot of card games, you know, card battler games, deck builder games. I enjoy the few that I have played. Bird. I'm gonna assume that's a friend. Are you a friend? Please visit me at my home at the top of the mountain pass. I will. It says Orloma. All right. Like his little walk cycle. So, yeah, I've not played the game. Like, I've seen people play it. I've watched aliens play it quite a bit. I know Elgaso's played it. A couple of the folks of our, kind of in our community have played it. So, you know, I want it to succeed. I want it to do well, and I want the game to be well received and for people to enjoy it. So it's a shame that this kind of row has appeared. I like to think that it's not, you know, insurmountable. That a happy median can be reached. It's 10 new items. The item pools dilutes it, right. Or to get the build you want to go for, right, exactly. They're not too noticeable for you, that's good. Not really usually down for the new items necessarily. Oh, well, I think you've also kind of tapped into what other people are nervous about, because I think that's like the issue that, and maybe this is not a fair comparison, but Magic the Gathering falls into, where, you know, if you play something like Magic the Gathering, if you don't pick up the new cards, or, you know, pick up the new expansion, you're gonna fall behind. Like, you know, your power scaling with the builds you make, that kind of thing, are gonna fall behind significantly. And I think that's the other thing, is like people have been burned in the past of in situations where, yeah, they're like kind of forced into that ecosystem of, oh shit, I have to buy the next pack, the next expansion to keep up, to make builds that can run with the big dogs, or else I won't stand a chance. Like, they've seen where that ends in other situations, and are, oh Jesus Christ, and they are Jesus Christ, and they're nervous about like what this could lead to. So whether or not it's that bad right now, it's like, okay, well, it's doable right now, hopefully. But there's that anxiety of like, oh shit, I've been down this road before. Hopefully it doesn't get to this point, but oh shit, I don't feel good about this. Alright, so are you the friend? This is, yes, this is Marin. Man, I'm kind of surprised. This game is good. And like most of the bad guys are okay, but that scorpion fucked me up, and I've yet to like emotionally or sexually recover because that thing was awful. And now I'm at 1 HP because I'm struggling, man. I wasn't expecting it to be like get so difficult so suddenly. Symbols I've seen throughout the region. We draw the correct symbols, and they open by the will of some ancient magic force. Anything that point us in the right direction. Have some chalk. I will. I'll take a look. I'll see what I can do. Symbols I found throughout the region. Alright, will do, but also I need to patch myself up because I got fucked up by that little tunnel, and I would like to reposition my internal organs to be less explodey and dead. Yeah, Magic the Gathering, exactly. Depends on the format, though. Right. That's the thing, too. I mean, obviously, you don't have to play, like, you know, the latest and greatest if you don't want to. But just in general, like, yeah, for someone that's trying to keep up, they're kind of, or like, be somewhat modern with it. Yeah, they do have to. They might find that they're like coerced into ponying up the cash for the new expansion when, well, I don't know if I'm really feeling it, but if I want to play with my friends, if I want to play in the local tournaments, well, I guess I have to. Yeah, money gated for the older formats. Cards getting expensive. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it goes. I'm glad we got that health respawn. Thank freaking goodness, because, yeah, that got rough earlier. Show yourself. There we go. He gave me some arrows. That was nice of him. So we'll keep an eye out for some extra indicators. Extra indicators of what kind of ancient drawings could there be. It's possible I might have missed something. I mean, we did see that one kind of what looked to be like a hand-drawn little bat with a single eyeball. Now, granted, it kind of resembled the monsters we were fighting. So maybe it's just a warning of there's flying things. Like the guy that exploded. That's what it was, because there was one of those exploding guys that was like behind the wall that we got to shortly after we saw that drawing on the wall. So it's probably just a warning for one of those dudes. Meerkat says, just draw a dick. I would if I could. I didn't see on the list, unfortunately. I saw that. I thought it was a small child. I was like, why is there a small child waddling towards me? No, never mind. It's just a bird. That's the courier quail. Courier quail. Disguise themselves well. Looking like a rock in the distance. They're all jumpy. All wimbly bimbly. I'm at full health, so I don't need the hearts for now. The hearts, whether they are golden or not, it matters not. I'm hoping that there will be, like, it'll be fairly obvious once I kind of happen upon the etchings on the wall that will give me the solution to the puzzle so Marin can come back to the village. The outpost. The outpost with the outmost. Oh, no, one of these guys. Yep. Yeah, there goes all my juice. Maybe the strat is to just like go full bore and just fuck them up. Yeah, don't try to like block and kind of like turtle up. Just accept you're gonna lose half your health and just go full bore, go full aggro and just wail on them. Or like run away and like climb up the wall or something and just load them with arrows. Either of those options is probably the way to do it, because trying to turtle up with the shield, they just eat through your stamina too fast. big slidey rock, and it reveals a save game. Oh, here's this. I guess that's it. Access your notebook from the pause menu. Notebook. I will say... Oh, okay, so it... Actually, yeah, this one. And that one. And that one. There we go. Now, there might be more. There might be more, so there's 6 slots. Does it persist? It does persist. Also, there's, I think, 2, maybe 3 more slots for inventory things. Maybe. We'll go back in a second, but I'm kind of curious if there's anything else out this way. University of Washington released their application results. Oh boy. Lots of people hitting refresh, right? Yeah. Blowing up the website. Big feels. Have you guys gotten results back for your kiddos? Because I'm guessing that your kids are at least one of the ones that were contributing to blowing up their website. Still waiting. Okay, still waiting. That is all very exciting and nerve-wracking as well, but exciting no less. Exciting no less. I'm gonna go ahead and hop back the way we came because it just leads back to where we came from, and I don't think I want to go through that hall of spikes again because that was painful. That was painful. I'd rather not embarrass myself. I don't have to. Honestly, this would also be quicker, I think. Go back this way. We'll report later. It's exciting. It's exciting. And I'm sure it's like... Yeah, we all remember, right? We all remember what it was like being in their shoes, anxiously awaiting the results from those admission applications. Especially if there was like one university that you're really holding out for. Because of course, like a lot of us, we would, fire out a number of applications, but then it would be like that one. It's like, man, I'm really pulling for this one though. To be honest, I didn't have, I guess in retrospect, I didn't have like that strong of feels about college necessarily. Because I was going to a commuter college. Like I still lived at home when I went to college. So, and I was like pretty confident that like of the places I'd applied, I was going to get into one of them. So, and like their standards weren't like that high. The college that I ended up going to, it wasn't like that hard to get into necessarily. So, so like for me, maybe that wasn't like a huge source of anxiety. But when it came to like other applications, obviously job applications, that's the big one. That was the one that definitely threw me through the ringer, no question. That one, and that one, and that one. But yeah, I certainly understand the idea of like really having like your heart set on one particular school. I could see that being a thing for some people, no question. Did I do good? What do you think, dude? Am I smart? Amazing, he says. Since you're going ahead, I'll go back to camp and tell the others. I really appreciate this person just kind of stood there with chalk, and I solved the whole damn puzzle. Did all the work. Yo, there we go. Biology pre-med, buddy. That's awesome, Shock Value. Congrats to the kiddo. That is so exciting, bud. That's so exciting. And of course, and of course, Shock Value. This means that now for you and your wife, now you guys have like the fun, emotionally bittersweet process of being like, oh right, now gotta prep them for moving away to college. Like, oh, it's of course it's emotionally fraught, but it's all so positive. It's all like such a big life moment. That's all very exciting. So congrats to everybody, honestly. And also a second, well, there's also that aspect of like, ooh, we got some tuition bills coming in hot, ooh, buddy, and potentially student loans and all that shit. Oh boy, yeah, I'm with you. All right, well, this smacks of boss battle. Look at this flat open area. Mysterious red crystal like the champagne. Like, alright, what do I have to fight? Whose head must I decapitate in order to get past there? Oh, Mulkin. Mole. He's like a little fella. Why are you a little fella? Oh god, he's eating my face. He's very silly. He's way more silly than I was expecting him to be. Oh, there's a whole bunch. This one's the nest? Or maybe it just means you have to kill a bunch of them. That's exactly what it means. No, you get out. Get out of me. Get out from inside of me. Yeah, so just damage all of them until the nest goes away. I want him to just kill his own bro. Get out. No, I don't want it. Yeah, they're like killing each other, and then they drop health that I can just use. If anyone's sucking on my face, it's gonna be my wife. Ouch. My wife. So yeah, you're just killing all of them. And sometimes they kill each other, I guess. I don't know. It's very strange. It's good that they dropped health, because that made it a lot less scary. Mulkin Slayer was the name of that achievement. By far, the hardest thing to fight is those scorpions. The Mulkins are like weird. You can almost entirely kill one before it can reach you, whereas those scorpions, no fucking way. Good fucking luck with that shit. What the ever-loving fuck are those things? Apparently they are mole people things, and I'm not gonna miss them. I'm not gonna miss them. They were weird and like kind of funny, but that was the extent. That's the extent of any involvement I would like. Yeah, they were a little terrifying. I'm with you. Just a little bit more uncanny than I would rather. Especially like the way the camera zooms in uncomfortably when they give you the suck. Everyone's out here getting the suck tonight. Got his ass. I'm kind of curious. I see this little area up here, just begging to be explored. Ooh. What this? What this mouth do? Arrows. And book. The Gift of Knowledge. Stony Arthropod. Centarock. Invincible on their stony exteriors. Is this the wormy boys? Half-Life zombies? A little bit, yeah. A little bit. If anyone's gonna... There you go. They gotta learn to wear their undies as outies, otherwise I don't want to fucking hear it. That's the only way. That's the only way. What's up, Farsight? Suckers and suckies. We were getting sucked on earlier. You did just miss a mini-boss fight that involved lots of suckage. Single well-placed arrow, just like the ones we saw earlier. That's right. So if we didn't know how to deal... Read up on the local fauna. We got an achievement. We didn't know how to deal with those little worm fellas, and now we know the knowledge. That's the goods. Yeah, these guys. This fella. There we go. Yeah, if you shoot them right in their noggins, they will explode deliciously. Was there anything else, by the way? I feel like I'm kind of going off on this little hunch. Was there any other paths from down here? I think this might be the only path. Good to see you, Farsight. We're playing Goldenheart. Very strange, very weird, surreal exploration game. We're having a nice time, though. That's right. Yeah, Dara has set the bar very high. Absolutely. Her and her 12 glorious polygons. Forever changed, forever altered. What's the premise of this game? You're just a fella. You're just a fella on like you're like traveling with a caravan, and the caravan, for whatever reason, ends up in a situation where they can't go forward and they can't go back the way they came. Well, they can't proceed through the regular path, and they can't go back the way they came. So they have this like mysterious, like, oh man, what's all this weird, what's this weird fauna? What's with the weird fauna out here? What's with this like weird magical energy about? We need to explore it to understand it. And you there, adventurer, you seem like you're fairly capable. We're gonna send you out with a machete and a sword and a bow and some arrows, and just explore around and see what's out there, and report back, and that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of depth, but it's interesting, and it's surreal and weird, and I do love me a good weird kind of thing like this kind of game. No idea how long it is. Game's been out for I think a year or so. I was able to get a review key. It's funny because I didn't even ask for a review key. It just showed up in my inbox. The developer was like, "Here you go." I was like, "All right, cool." And I mean, I do enjoy weird stuff like this. So whether it was just a game that got sent out to lots of people, or if the developer just somehow knew I was into this kind of thing, it all just kind of worked out. Whoop. There's got to be something up there, right? I mean, there's probably not. There's probably nothing. But it could be something. Whoop. It's being very, very sneaky about what you're allowed to jump off of. Or pallet swap. But they die in one hit all the same. Are we an expendable Pathfinder? I mean, we're definitely not like a magic fella. We're just an adventurer that just happens to have game protagonist powers. That's good enough. There's giant spiders and worm creatures. We were fighting some mole people earlier, which were giving us some really good suckages earlier. It's been a good time. It's gonna be a good time for everybody involved. That's clearly the correct path. I'm gonna go the wrong way first. Our guy's got some main character energy. I'm definitely familiar with protagonist energy for sure. Now, of course, the reality is that unfortunately in real life there definitely are documented cases where like a human person in real life might have main character energy, or like main character syndrome, protagonist syndrome. Maybe that's a better explanation. Where it's like they just kind of assume everything's there for them. It's like, whoa, come on, bro. Like, you're not always the protagonist, man. You're not always the main character. Sometimes you're a supporting actor. Sometimes you are a background actor. That's just how it is sometimes. Gotta accept that. Some people have a hard time getting that through the skulls. Thought maybe there'd be something else down here. All there was disappointment and a spider biting my penis. And not in the pleasurable way that I'm used to. Yeah, those mole guys, those guys down there. They're all dead. I killed them. Also, they kind of killed each other. It's very strange. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you know what I'm referring to, and you've probably heard it as well. A lot of us can recognize it. We've seen it before. In the wild. Seems like the hearts do not stick around. Ooh, look at that fella. A leaping fella. He's also a dead fella. Takes about 2 shots regardless. The green guys are the jumpy boys. The red ones will just roll up on your shit. You keep your distance. You can pretty much just smack him and like as you're backing away. Augusta says, "I'm the main character, Alex. Don't you know?" I'm gonna guess this is the right way. So as always, I like going the wrong way first. Especially because we might get lucky and find some extra heart thingies. A golden heart, even. I wonder when we're gonna learn what the golden heart is. If there's like, yes. Complete your journey, you must find the mythical golden heart. And eat it to gain the golden courage. And no, I don't mean piss. Well, maybe. Maybe I mean piss. A lot of spiders. A lot of spiders out here. This is the place to be if you're a spider. Yeah, backing away and trying to use the reach of this thing. That's the strat. Or just shoot him with arrows. That works too. Shoot him with arrows in the face. There you go. Golden heart is actually a suppository. So that's why we call it a golden fart then. There's a golden art to experiencing the golden fart. After all that, I was like, oh, there's like a little nook A little nookie. I did it all for the nookie. What do you think he did? You know, he says he did it all for the nookie. Like, what exactly did he do? You know, I wonder that. I wonder that about Fred Durst. When he sang that song and wrote his poetry about doing it and all of it for the nookie. I'm assuming the nookie was like, you know, shaking hands platonically with a member of the opposite sex. I assumed it was like, you know, wearing pants with someone. Wearing pants, being fully clothed, and enjoying someone's presence platonically. That's why I assumed what nookie is. But I wonder what he did. I wonder what he did. I don't know. Oh, actually, and yeah, I'm like remembering. Wasn't it like something about sticking a cookie up your ass or something like that? Apparently, this is Spider Orgy Central. Oh! Well, it turns out fall damage is not good for you. Who knew? Well, hopefully there's a way back up, because I'm in a spot. I'm in a spot that is maybe not a pleasurable one. All right, well, there you go. If a spider bites your penor, you will not become a Spider-Man powers. Oh, that's disappointing. Are you sure I won't be able to shoot webs? Gangrene and go to hospital for immediate penile removement. And never have sex again. Immediate penile removement. What if they just put another penile on top of it? Just like mask the sad penor with another penor? Just put another one on top? Oh, I think I might be hacked. Because... do I have enough jump? Do I have enough jump to do this? Hup! I don't think I have enough jump. I think I need to, like, reload. Unless, oh. I am... oops. Yeah, we're definitely in run mode now. Yeah, I don't have enough jump. Oh, there's a hole. Oh, my. Unexpected. Maximum health. Hell yeah. Health, yeah. He did it all, but Meatloaf would... right, yeah. Meatloaf had standards, or he had limits, rather. So she... alright, so girlfriend cheats on him and ran off with his money. So... it's copium. So, like... late 90s, early 2000s, copium. Man. Such poetry. The trope is real. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, hole in the wall or cave opening behind the waterfall. Between a lone grain and an ocean unending, growing in the woods. Speaking of poetry. An achievement for balance. In the haiku. There it is. I'm not as familiar with the Kama Sutra as I maybe ought to be. So I don't know what you would call this particular like coupling technique, but you see if two grown adults like each other very much, they grab a snake. A trouser snake? No, just another snake. And then they form a diamond shape, and their butts. Is this butt sex? Which is to say, like, the butts are the ones that are performing the sex? Like, two butts doing things to each other? I'm not talking about, like, putting a thing in a butt. I mean, like, two butts doing sexual things. Also, is this a finger trap? The fingy traps? That's kind of looks like little fingy traps. Maybe there's a finger trap that connects the butts. Maybe there's, like, a butt trap. Are they stuck together like... This is good. There's a lot to decode here. Zoop. Ah, that's where this comes from. Cool. Cool. I'm legitimately impressed that we were supposed to jump. Well, we weren't supposed to, but jumping down there led to something. Because I was thinking, like, I don't know, man. Like, it didn't seem wise to me for me to, like, jump down there. I mean, I was killing spiders and having a great time, but it didn't seem wise to me to jump down and take a bunch of fall damage. Because if nothing else, I was thinking maybe I'd go down there, like, on a later date. Like, something else would lead me down there. Especially with those platforms. I think what I was supposed to probably do is I was supposed to look down and see that, well, yeah, maybe I'm not going to do it now, but maybe I was supposed to, like, see that platform and go, oh, if I jump on that guy and then jump from there, you could just kind of go bump, 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 just kind of like bounce back and forth and then land safely versus take a billion fall damage like a smart person. Like a very smart and very normal person who games so good and so smart. Floating PNG of an Easter egg behind a waterfall. Yep, that also counts. But would it be like very prominent, or would you have to like really get in there to be able to see it? Or maybe like you would only see it if you were to no clip behind the wall. There we go. Like the ultimate Easter egg, the one that if you go to very great lengths to be able to see yourself. Thing here? I don't think so. We call it reverse docking. Reverse docking. Yeah, honestly, yeah, so knowing what we all know about the practice of docking, I guess two butts connecting in that manner would be like, yeah, the opposite of docking. Call it cocking. Oh, look at that freaking no scope. Aim for the plump thorax, the plump spider booty, plump and rotund spider booty. That's the curvaceous spider wife we all know about. We've all heard about the spider wife. Dummy thick spider wife. John and Rails, there you go, yeah. Yeah, the Easter egg in Doom 2, where you have to, like... Yeah, I guess you have to clip through the wall to be able to see it. Behind the final boss. Actually, maybe you don't... Maybe it's like an invisible wall that you can just walk through. But yeah, I know the one, though. Also, this is ominous. Giant cave, a bunch of human bones. Can I pick up one of the bones to use as an improvised weapon? In case I drop the shield. This is gonna be Shelob. It's got some Shelob vibes. We did see a lot of spodlers on the exterior, so... I would say it's a very likely possibility. It is something completely different. It is... I don't know. Ouch. He's strangely fast. This is a good opportunity to use that dash maneuver. Because he takes quite a lot to block. But it's easy to like just go for a slap and then dodge back. I don't know what this creature was. It's like a slug. What is it in Star Wars? The giant claw woolly mammoth creatures? Not woolly mammoth, but abominable snowman creatures. Empire Strikes Back. The one that injures Luke. Can't remember. Can't remember what that thing's called. Big abominable snowman kind of creature. The random skulls inserted in random places. This is a sad skeleton right here. Oh, let's go through the little portal. I'm assuming it's a portal. Whew. It is. And now I'm here. Wampa? Gotcha. Cool, thank you. That sounds right. Wampa sounds right. Looked it up because I also forgot, yeah. Wampa. No, that's the chocolate factory guy, right? Willy Wampa and the chocolate factory. That's fucking stupid. This bit's over. I'm trying to like do the throwback. We were talking about Charlie and the chocolate factory earlier. Willy Wampa. I regret it. I regret it already. Yeah, those arrows. Look at these these big boys, these big fellas with their big heads. Big old heads. Would a spider wife technically have 2 sets of lungs? Well, it depends on what you would mean by spider wife. If we're talking about like Quelaag, I think is what she's called from Dark Souls. Spider like lady with like who's like naked lady torso, but then like everything underneath the waist is like enormous fucking spider nightmare. So you got like boob lady, but also enormous spider demon. Those fellas. I should definitely cut this rope while I'm on it, right? That's very smart of me. That's what Fozzie Bear says. Wampa wampa. That's right. He does say that. Do they have 2 Spidussies? I sure hope so. Although if we're talking about Quelaag again, like, unfortunately, like, you know, it's like there's like hair that just happens to cover the nipulars, the nipnops, but like there's very clearly like exposed skin, and like it doesn't reach far enough. Like there's where there would be the pubis, it's just spider demon, and it's like there's lava being spewed, and she's got like a demon chaos sword thing, and it's not very sexy. The sexiness of the Quelaag fight begins and ends with the cutscene, and you're like, oh, cool lady, and then you're like, oh dear god, just kind of how like this is, oh dear god, what the fuck, and they fucking explode. Of course they do. Of goddamn course they do. Kind of like the scorpions, but not quite as much damage. We stuck. Takes a lot of hits to kill. They can be killed. I don't think spiders have pussies. I mean, you're probably not wrong. Would they have a cloaca, maybe? Oops. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna save that one. The moment of Farsight's heartbreak. What about a robot spider waifu? That's right. If it's a robot spider wife, you can customize them to your heart's content, or pay someone to customize them for you. That's right. What's up, Ninja Wolf? Warhammer 40k or 1984? I mean, Warhammer 40k is awful. I mean, they're fun video games, but yeah, man, I'm like too pretty for Warhammer 40k world. I would do very poorly. Just fuck my shit up, fam. If I'm in Warhammer 40k, just fucking nah, I'm good. I'm good. Fuck my shit, I'm out. Or fuck this shit, I'm out, rather. Notebook. This one is. So I would hedge my bets probably with 1984. At least there's like a chance at like the good guys winning, whereas in 40k there are no good guys. Everyone's fucked. Everything is fucked. That face and you'll never wake up to an 8-limbed embrace from a spider waifu. It's it's a harsh reality, Grim. Life can be so cruel. Get the arrows. Get the life back. There we go. Yeah, regular Joe. Exactly. Die in battle, he says. That's a fair point, Ogal. So yeah, well, a lot of us, when we think of 40k, we think of the more spectacular events. I do worry about, humanity being on the brink, but I mean, I guess if you're like far enough on the outer reaches of the Imperium, it's probably not the end of the world. And if it is the end of the world, then yeah, it's been a good life. Hopefully. Continue to the next area. Confirm. I get conscripted into the Imperium's ranks. Onto the summit. Murderized or fuckalized within moments. Depends on whose side you're on and what you're fighting. Depends on what whomst is involved in the conflict. Sometimes getting killified and murderified and fucklified might all happen together or in some quick succession. I'm done Googling spider pussies. Well, that's disappointing. Sorry, I do want to save this one too. That's a good one. We're having a lot of good quotes tonight. I do like that one a lot as well. That's a solid one. Very solid. Very solid, much like the alleged spider, the 8-legged spider pussy. Is this where friend lives? Is there a friend? This is probably a friend, right? Person seems pretty chill. Hello, person. I like your bird. That's my name, Orloma. I'm surprised it's you. I'm not a professor of biology, but I don't think our bits are compatible, he says. What Mirka is trying to say is that he's way too large. He's way too large, and good for him. Good for him and his future spider wife. Many faithful friends who tell me what they see. Listen to me. And to the land of Goldenheart. Old forgotten language. It's the land between. We who live here today know little of the ancient people who left behind only the ruins, ghosts, and secrets. We treacherous and the climate can be deadly. An outsider such as yourself can see that these are not peaceful times. Strange structures that we did not build are blocking our way. Dead rising spitefully from their graves, causing mischief. Of expeditions into Kalora Wash, fascinated by the great bottomless pit that lies there. This is connected to the mysteries of the land and the negative things that have befallen us, she says. Kindness is the only coin that can't fit through the holes in our pockets. Nothing to offer you in exchange for your help, but I'm asking you to enter the great bottomless pit. I've got a very good feeling about the great bottomless pit that she describes. Yes, adventure, I need you to enter into the hole of unfathomable sadness and despair. Sure, I'll get right on that. I'll get right on that. I'm not gonna be that enthused about it, but sure, lady, I'll do it. My feathered friends will look out for you. Continue past my house on the trail. You'll descend the mountain. The opposite side. I mean, it's a fairly linear game, so I feel like it's... You really eventually can't miss it. We guide you to Kalora Wash. Alright. Can I learn how to read? Listen to Orloma's theory. Fermentation by mashing the ingredients vigorously in the brine solution. Alright, I'm gonna vigorously mash them. There we go. Yes, the land of gonorrhea. Tiresome and Bernie Sanders. Those arrows. Yeah. I'm gonna rob her over arrows. We got birds. I mean, I could be mean, but I won't. But I could, but I won't. But I could, and I might. Nah, but I won't. We just read all of her books. If this was a Morrowind, like, each one of these books would be readable, and they would have, like, very strange stories about living gods biting the penis off of demons and using them as spears. That is a thing that did happen in the Morrowind lore, by the way. Vivek famously bit off Molag Bal's penis, I think, and fashioned a spear out of it. That is an actual lore appropriate and canon confirmed Elder Scrolls bit that happened, and it's bizarre. It's very strange, but real and based. Time for a quick save. I don't know if I actually can save. I think the saves are automatic. But yeah, I know what you mean though. Quick save and then attempt something dubious at best. That's the way out. However, I'm the kind of person that likes to try to find the extra things. So I'm going to snoop around just a little bit. Not too much snooping, but not too little snooping either. A little bit of snooping, a little bit of pooping. If it was Caves of Cud, yeah. If it was Caves of Cud, it would be nearly incomprehensible except for like a passage that says drink piss. And it'd be the most insightful thing we'd read all day. And it'd be worth thousands of dollars. Yeah, words do have 8 random words. Sometimes grammatically correct. Sometimes. Not usually. Looking for any sort of additional passages that could lead to, like, secret things, like more hearts, more health, for instance. Would Viagra be a kind of magical spear upgrade? I think after the penis was removed from the specimen, that he, like, turned it into a spear, and then it just stayed as a spear. So, unfortunately, no additional penile interactions could happen after that. But unless he, like, Viagra'd up before the embitening happened. So maybe if he, like, grows it back, maybe you can make another spear. Maybe you could, like, just have, like, an infinite source of, like, javelins you could throw by just biting that shit off and just having a whole stack. This is why they, you know, they're too afraid. You know, Bethesda, they're too afraid to invite community contributions to Elder Scrolls lore. The cowards are too afraid, as they should be. They should be afraid. Frankly, I'd be pretty afraid myself. Germanic, Scandinavian folklore. Scandinavian. I'm not as familiar. I'm not as familiar with, like, the weird Scandinavian folklore, but I'm sure there's some wild shit out there. No question. We could just follow the trail. But I want to see what's over here. Ah, there's a fella. How about what the fuck are you saying? Are you trying to tell me that you haven't wondered about having an infinite supply of penis javelins to throw at your enemies to smite these kinds of spiders? These exact ones? Don't tell me I'm the only person here who's daydreamed and frothed at the mouth at the thought of an infinite supply of penis javelins. What if you stick two together? Yeah, Darth Maul style. Now you're cooking, man. Now you are cooking. Seals are a woman that... Oh gosh. I did not know that one. I did not know that one. I'm not sure why there'd be so many. Seems like an unpleasant thing to experience, but... there's just a lot of seals out there. I don't think I can make it up that little wall. This music is kind of a nice... it's like refreshing a little bit. It's a little bit different. This guy's gonna get... is that the same... yeah, it's the same kind of creature. Plunk. Yeah, same fella. Same kind of fella. The hornets. We know how to deal with them really good now. We also did confirm that fall damage is a thing, so I need to be careful. I'll try to be careful. In Warhammer, getting burned to a hive city. What kind of hive specifically? I think I know the answer, but I don't know if I want to know the answer. I mean, I guess if you're a human, I guess that's the thing. If you're a human, you're probably okay. But yeah, if you're some life form, yeah, you'll probably be like a Tyranid hive creature of some kind. It's all the same woman, just one woman over and over again. No one's ever seen two seals next to each other. It's always just the same lady. Or maybe she has like a bunch of clones. A bunch of sisters. If I snipe this guy, I'm gonna be so well behaved. And I definitely won't pop off like an idiot. Oh! I hit him, but I don't know if it counted. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna waste all my arrows. It's not worth it. It looked like it was gonna run away. Don't you ignore me. Don't you ignore me. You ruined my life. Okay, I killed him. Yeah, I think that one hit did damage him. It just didn't flash very obviously. And I love being obviously flashed. Turbo City to produce stuff. Produce something. The wet slap of a Darth Maul, double edge of just dead people. I keep doing this, but I can't help myself. It's just very good. It's very good. It's to be embraced and to be encouraged. It's something that I'm happy to encourage. Fan the flames of this degenerate nonsense. My kind of degenerate nonsense. Give me that health. You. Oh, so Darktide is inside of Hive. Gotcha, okay. Except you're the rats. Darktide or Vermintide? I assume Darktide is what you mean. So yeah, just like an underground, like mega city of that, like, yeah, produces some raw resource. Toiling away in the mines. An entire world that's dedicated to, like, yeah, like condoms and shit. Yo, what if there's an entire dildo world? If there's an entire world that was all about just producing dildos? There's millions upon billions of dildos. Man. A dream. Ooh, there's like stuff in the distance. The plumbing collection point is its own suburb. Oh, shit. Blink. Give me those arrows. One type of screw from an STC. I'm guessing an STC is like a vehicle. Vehicle from 40K. Also, that was like a very convenient little turnabout we were able to pull. We might have already been up here. Of course, there's no map. On the one hand, I do like to explore and find sneaky things. Find cool secrets that are otherwise left not found. But this world is... like, there's not a whole lot of... there's not a ton of secrets to find. I don't know how much time I want to spend, you know, looking every like possible nook and cranny for things that might not be there. I mean, there's more spiders to fight, obviously. You know, more bad guys to fight, but that's not exactly much of a reward. Except for the sexual thrill, of course. Ouch. And exacting revenge when they fucking poison my ass. Kind of like poisoning the well, but poisoning the ass. Yeah, nothing. I mean, I am proud of myself for finding that one extra max health increase that you get from falling down the hole, or falling down the well. Not well, but that kind of valley area. You weren't supposed to fall down, you're supposed to platform down, but I fell down. Producing dildos. That'd be an Eldar thing? So I've heard. So I've heard. Give me that health. Boop. It's a blueprint for anything. Okay, so a single screw or single, like, component for one such blueprint. That would make sense. That would make sense. There's a climbing path up there. Ooh, you know, there's gonna be some stuff up there, no question. stuff? Absolutely. Is that one of those big boys? I see red. I see a red thing. Yeah, it's one of those big boys. I shall confront the big boy. Same thing as earlier. He's gonna go for the melee. I will do the dash. A bold and impregnable strategy. It works. Blur. As he lounges backwards lightly. Lightly and slightly. That's about as gonna get it. Find the booty. Swiggity swooty. I don't think this is like the path we have to go. Probably an optional thing, probably. They have to know how to party. Flowing rivers of cum, drugs, and wine. There you go, man. That's the dream. An unending, exhausting, dehydrating wet dream, but a dream no less. Double goon juice. Meerkat, I can always rely on you to fill my brain with knowledge about the Eldar. But I'm never requesting, but I'm never complaining about it. I'm never asking for it, but I'm also not complaining when it happens. It just kind of works out. At the tippity top, we get the satisfaction of a job well done. Maybe. It's so off the beaten path. At least it seems off the beaten path. Maybe it is the beaten path. There's a person. Bitch, he says, you there. I'm stuck. Well, that was easy. Do you need help finding clothes or something? Certain I was gonna die here. These rocks came tumbling down. Surely I would have perished. Getting here is no small feat. You must be pretty cool, but you have no rope. I'm in no position to lecture you on alpine safety, but climbing this high without rope is dangerous. Can't get down one place or one piece. My rope is very, very long. I can cut it in two. We'll both rappel down together. The least I can do. A length of quality rope. You can now use rappel anchors to safely reach the ground. That's kind of nice. And there's the village. Then there's like the next major destination. So that might more or less be a thing that we were like meant to pick up. I don't know if it was required, but probably was a good idea, generally speaking. Cutscene time. Stania Valley. Romance yearly yet? I couldn't resist Purple Lady, man. Purple Tall Lady. Where, like, whenever she's sad, people around her just fucking, like... if she feels a little sad, everyone in, like, a 1,000-mile radius cries for 12 hours straight. And if she feels, like, the slightest twinge of horniness, everyone around her in, like, a 100 billion-mile radius ejaculates for, like, 3 hours straight. What's not to like about Purple Lady? I can't remember her name, but what's not to like about her? How can I resist how fucking weird that is? It's impossible. It's impossible. So of course I had to be like, all right, let's romance this tall purple demon lady because it's so fucking weird. It's so good. Rogue Trader's a good game. Rogue Trader's a good video game. I do need to go back to it at some point. Being stuck to... yeah, I don't quite know why the man was in his skivvies. Oh, what? Fall damage. Or something damage. I don't know. Something just slapped me for no reason. Alright, I fucked around enough. Just trying to find other secrets. On to the valley. But if he was stoned, well, he did have a stone upon him. So there is that. Anything else? There is, but let's just go right to the town. Maybe there's some new cool characters we can interact with. Maybe even like a health upgrade we could find somewhere. Maybe we could be so lucky. We got Ryan Octoclops. What's up, buddy? What's up, bud? Out of context shorts. That's why we have the quotes. The quotes are good for out of context, like moments preserved in time. We do have that at least. It's good to see you, by the way, bud. It says, what is abomination of possible beauty? Are you referring to me? This game is called Goldenheart. And it is a very strange little indie game. And it's weird. And it's kind of surreal. Oh, shit. But I am enjoying it. I don't know how long the game is. Probably not crazy long. Ouch. Yeah, we got a review key for this game a few weeks ago, and the dev just sent it to me. There was no... I didn't request it. It just kind of showed up in my inbox. And a lot of the times, I tend to kind of skip those kinds of games because they're not always my cup of tea necessarily. But I took one look and I was like, all right, this game might just have the juice. Oh no, Stepbro, I'm stuck. Yeah, he was trying to lure me in. Look, I like this person's smile. Yeah, Cassia. She is a sociopath. Yes, correct, Meerkat, correct. Would you be mad if I made like goofy shirts? I would not, Ryan Octoclops. I mean, I do have a number. I guess I've kind of been lax on this, but I do have like a TikTok account and an Instagram page and YouTube shorts where I do have like vertical videos that I do, you know, have like little short clips of like, you know, interesting things that hopefully are fun that I've saved off over time. But yeah, if there was fun moments that you wanted to shortenify, I'd be flattered if you did, but I wouldn't expect you to, just because that's more work for you, obviously. But yeah, if there was anything that you wanted to go back for, I'd be more than flattered. The fact that you cannot romance Argenta. Yeah, I think I looked it up at one point and confirmed that yeah, you can't romance anybody, like just anyone in that game. And yeah, I think Argenta, given that she's such a pious and dedicated sister of battle, she's not having it. It says violent sandstorms and the sandworms, of course. Of course. I can milk myself. I'll confess, I don't know if I remember the context for that one, but I'm happy about it. Roller Coaster Tycoon, apparently. I have the equipment of a hero, and I look like I like to get myself into trouble. Correct. Big fan of getting into trouble. You go in there, no one's coming after you, alright? Sounds good. Big fan of getting myself into trouble, and also petting dog. Hello, dog. Pet that dog. It's even going, heh, heh, heh. Adorable. And the birds. Journey of 7 weeks to drink from your famous well. Oh, right, that's right. We're going to the bottomless pit. If I can drink from this well, I'll live for another 20 years. Gene, old but going. We lack in vertical magnitude, you make up for in kindness. Fitch, the mountaineer. That's the guy we saw earlier. We were all sleeping when I arrived, and you are still asleep as I leave, except the dog. Seeker of truth. Should I fail to return, let it be known that I'm attempting a dangerous ascent near the trailhead. That's all right. Well, we've already rescued him. We got the rope. I'm guessing we need the rope going forward. That's probably why they gave us that little tidbit. Stregus. Last hunting trip. Squeezed through a narrow passage. The passage was blocked. Maybe it was a rock fall, but the stone in the way was strange. Smooth and straight, unfamiliar, he says. It's better without the... I agree. It is better without it. Without the context. Enormous glug bug, bigger than a large dog. Killed the beast, but the flesh was putrid and inedible. I can hunt for now, but the strangeness will starve us before too long. Anyway, back to lounging and reading. Small child. And good drawing. Very good. And the dog. Dog. Good dog. Of course, whenever we see the birdies, we're advised to follow the birdies. Does the child have anything fun? The child says, have you seen Take? We went inside, no fair. Oh, we're playing hide and go seek. Keep me climbing to the mountain. They really want us to rescue Fitch, but we're way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Heal. Health restored. The faces, man. The faces. We keep a tent up for travelers. Is that what you call it? Check the guest book. See who's been here recently. Everything in the village walls is fine for now. And then she's like, oh, I'm just going to turn back and stare longingly at this bird. I stand by. This game reminds me more of Pathologic than anything else. Just with the look and just the general feel. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Hunting and trading. Or disrupt the natural balance. Very good. Back to staring at my stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna walk into your house and talk to you while you're lounging in bed. Heading to Colorado Wash, that's me. Renowned mountain guide visiting the village right now. Bitch, he's around here somewhere. Bird. An MS Paint challenge, Meerkat? I'm down if you got the channel points, my dude. We did an MS Paint challenge probably about like an hour or two ago, so it would probably no longer be on cooldown. So I'm down if you got the stuff. A queen, but dethroned. The horse distrobes its saddle, or to graze again. An achievement for getting the haiku. That was number 3, and we had number 1 earlier, so we probably missed one. Unfortunate. 100% run. Cancelled forever. There's not there. Maybe a bit of a watchtower then. Sure enough. Anything cool? The Hopeless Desert. What a happy name. You can't survive there. Was it hopeless? Did you name it because it was hopeless, or did it become hopeless like after you named it because it started to feel bad about itself? The Wastards, not the bastards, but the Wastards. The naming conventions for this game are very fun. So don't go there unless you have a death wish. Can't get in without a long rope. We have a long rope. You can leave in any direction except through the Hopeless Desert. There's a cloaked figure. Curious. Wait, just so I'm clear, this person's name is Tonk. Tonk. Name is Tonk. I like it. That must be the Hopeless Desert. There's no hope there. It's just sad. All I can think is Ocarina of Time, the Desert Colossus. The Desert Wasteland. Oh. A full damage. Yeah, a little full damage. That's okay. I'll just drink from the blessed well. The blessed slurp. Slurp the blessed glurp. This is Yerwin. This is Verwin. Not vermin, Verwin. Go with that blade? Skilled at hunting, we do not have need for military weapons. I wouldn't call a machete a military weapon. Expedition gear. Haiku number 4. The path is not long, but the river is winding. A frog makes a home. I can't snap very loud, but yes. It's a shame you can't pick up, like, axes and hammers like we've seen lying around. Machete is fine, but speaking of which, no property damage for me. Yeah, like these things. Big ol' axe, smaller axe. Even just like pick up and throw or some shit. Any more haikus I could read? No, but I was gonna say maybe like a better bow. It looks pretty similar to mine, honestly. Thinking maybe they'd refill my arrows, but I guess not. Never talk to me or my donkey son ever again. This guy. Grolt is his name. Power that accompanies peace. Get what you think you know. Alright. Good talking at you. By the way, sure enough, Meerkat does have something for us. Gonna meet the game. Although, I know the game soundtrack is a banger, but I'll mute it for now. Meerkat says, I got a surprise for you. It's hiding behind my foreskin. And this is a good image. I'm just going to copy this image, crop out Meerkat's bold and throbbing unit that is also present in the image, given that it was present with his foreskin. And page through my tabs upon tabs of Meerkat nudes, and here we go. Here's what we're working with, my friends. Another good one, courtesy of Meerkat. Poor child. I mean, I don't think it's like at an amusement park. I think this is like someone's like backyard birthday party. If it was an amusement park, they would be wearing something slightly higher quality. This has like Halloween spirit Halloween, or like that kind of thing. That style of attire. He never says thank you for the Meerkat. Meerkat, it sounds like you should admonish me, you know, on live television for, you know, never once having said thank you, and you know, really like, you know, kind of, you know, stirring up a whole international crisis that was, you know, really unnecessary and invented, and you know, just to you know, distract from other geopolitical happenings. I mean, that's really that seems to be a common and very popular strategy nowadays. There's like this little piece that's dangling in front of the child's head. I like to think it's a stethoscope, and this guy's like a medical doctor. It's like a pediatrician, and this poor child is going to associate like Shrek nightmares with going to the doctor henceforth. All right, friends, let's go ahead. Actually, I'm going to shrink this slightly. Let's make it 80%. Just a little bit. Gives me a little bit more room to work with on this side. Kind of schmoove this over as well. Okay, here we go, friends. MS Paint Challenge from Meerkat. Thank you, Meerkat, for the redemption. I'm excited. These are always fun. Meerkat always has the best redemptions. I mean, there's a lot of people that have some good ones. Farsight has good ones. Arctic has good ones. Like, really, they're all enjoyable. They're all enjoyable. The regulars that come through here, they hit us with some good shit, for sure. Okay, here's some more good shit. So here's 3 minutes on the clock. 3-minute MS Paint Challenge, as always. Let's do this thing. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So, big Shrek head, obviously. Obviously got to have the gigantic Shrek head. Bold, rippling shoulders. Hunchback kind of vibes going on here. Enormous arms. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This man's going places. And by places, I mean hell. This is a demon that we're illustrating here, but that's what we got. That's what we got. I'll do kind of the same thing on this side. There we go. There we go. So do that. Let's go and do the child next. The extremely happy child, who's so happy to be finally meeting their favorite Mike Myers voiced animated character. The dimensions for this child might be not 100% accurate, lore accurate even. So I'll do my best, but some aspects of this child might be up to creative interpretation. There we go. Nailed it. What I'm basically saying is nailed it. It's perfect in every way, and I'm fucking awesome. I'm trying to like channel some Monk. Is the guy's name? I think Monk's the Scream. I don't know if I'm gonna like do a good enough job, but that's kind of what we're going for here. What else? What else? I'll have like the giant, like somehow like disembodied Shrek hands. It's like there's Shrek gloves, I guess. It kind of adds to the mystique. Big hands, just big hands, big everything. All right, and then we'll just also do this too. Just make it so the child actually has a torso. You know what? It occurs to me this child doesn't look afraid enough. This child doesn't look afraid enough, and I know exactly how to fix it. I know exactly how to fix it. Don't you panic. There we go. That is a afraid child. Perfect. That is an afraid child. Actually, it kind of does one of these. And there we go. There we go. That's good. That's good. And then of course here comes the money shot here. Which is to say that the one that people pay money to see. That's what that means, right? Giving him like alien eyes. And a like weird fucked up slightly panicular nose. Okay, that smile was way too big. Reel it in, bro. Reel it in. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, and also giant fucking eyeballs with like some mascara underneath. We'll call that guy liner. That's right. There we go. Let's color some things in. Color some things in. I'm feeling good about this one, boys and girls. We are going a little bit over on time, but hopefully that's not going to upset too many people. Whereas this is already an upsetting enough image on its own, I suppose. So I'm going to do like kind of a darker. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to leave that alone. Let's do the lighter brown for the child's skin tone. I realize I just realized I've made the child bald. That's okay. This is a little bit weird, a little goofy. Just a little bit goofy. Bam and bam and bam and bam and bam, we're good. There we go. Shrek. And happy child. So happy. So happy, so excited to meet their favorite DreamWorks character. We went over a little bit over on our time, but that's okay though. That's okay. It's Shrek. That's right. That's the explanation. It's Shrek. Yep. Yeah, I realized that like the kid has hair, and I just didn't. I also didn't give his other hand. No other hand. Oh, one other thing. Boop. The void. The void that is like in his, like connecting his arms. There it is. There it is. Go ahead and do the usual. The usual deal here. To crop these things down and schmoove them close together. This is 398, I do believe. As far as MS Paint challenges go. Shrek and Happy Child.png. That's right. That's right. So, well, it still didn't capture the game. Let's go to webcam mode for a moment. Webcam mode for a moment. As I make the post to the Discord server. Meerkat, there he is. And there it is. It is in the Discord server. That ridiculous image is in the Discord server for all to see. If anyone is ever thinking to themselves, man, that MS Paint challenge looked so good, I want to see it again and stare at it for hours. And I mean hours on end. There's kind of been a resurgence of like art appreciation on social media, that kind of thing, where people are issuing challenges like, you know, find a piece of artwork and look at it, like, and put your phone down, like, you know, ignore all the distractions and just look at a piece of art for 20 minutes. No interruptions, and like see what you can notice about the image, or like details to pick up on, or just interesting tidbits. Because, you know, in today's day and age, shortened almost said shortened lifespans. Well, I mean, maybe shortened attention spans and unending digital distractions and social media and go get it done yesterday kind of mindsets. The idea of slowing it down and appreciating the finer things. If you ever wanted to issue a challenge like that with your friends or loved ones or rabbis or strangers or anything in between, all those MS Paint challenges and more can be found in the Discord server. So that socials page has all of my links, including Discord server. And the MS Paint Masterpieces channel in the Discord server has all 398 challenges we've completed. That's a whole bunch. That's a whole bunch. Why does the new Shrek look so awful? Actually, I have not seen the trailer for the new Shrek. I've not seen the trailer. I know that the new trailer dropped and a lot of people were like excited. Two-side penis sword. Can't replace Spider-Russie. I need those 8 legs. Very good, Grim. Very good. You're a poet and you don't know it. Ferret looking in the... That's a good one too, Meerkat. That's an all-timer, as we say. Yeah, I love that one. Thank you for that redemption, Meerkat. That was very fun. Just as weird and fucked up as the day is long. Just be careful of jumping off of roofs, because that's how you get fall damage. Is that the same lady from earlier? Yes. Cactus lady. Cactus lady lives in my head rent-free. Yeah, that's a good one forever. Yeah, I'm... That's one that I would consider printing out and sticking on the fridge. For all to see forever. Whether or not they want to see it. Oh, gee, that kid actually scared me for a moment. Whether or not they wish to gaze upon my works, they will indeed despair. Doggy. They'll be happy to know that Shayna is continuing to... Hello, small child. Do you require assistance? Shayna continues to rub her head on my arm. I don't know if you can see it from like where the webcam is, but she is very happy. Being a good girl, Shayna. Yesterday you were being a huge pain in the ass, but today you're being a good girl. Because they're not playing a what's it called? A controller game, a gamepad game. The difference it makes is astronomical. Here's the child who's breaking the rules. Says, it looked at me. Don't tell Ellie I'm hiding up here. That thing in the distance. If I tell the small child where the other kiddo is, when he's just running around aimlessly and frenetically. There they are. I have... Okay, it looks like they did not share that information. Alright, that's fine. Let's see what's going on up here. This creature. Is it a real creature, or is it like a statue? Or a puppet, or a scarecrow? So is it like a redesign that looks bad? Because I have not even seen pictures. It's a creature. Bogwar. Is fear knowing. No, Bogwar is grow. Grow soon. Grow forever. Do not fear. I think I do fear. Flinging its little wrathies. It isn't knowing what makes bogs stronger. You say something different? No, he does not. We got an achievement. Killed the cloaked figure on the mesa. Whether it was a good thing or not, they were... Well, yeah, oh, that's right. They were saying like, oh yeah, this cloaked thing in the distance. We're not sure. He's left us alone. I have ensured he is not leaving anybody alone. I wonder if they'll react to me killing him. There was one person that made mention of the person... Cloaked figure. Is it this lady? I'm not too worried. They wouldn't have let me kill it if it wasn't... or given me an achievement for it, no less. If it wasn't slightly considered. Might be horrible repercussions. I mean, the game did autosave the second he died. I just want to see what the Hopeless Desert looks like. I want to see it up close, because like once you get like up to the winds, the stinging winds, it's real fucky yucky. This guy looks slightly, slightly I don't know, Muppet-esque, if that makes sense. With the googly eyes. The googly eyes make him look Muppet-esque. Yes, if you get caught in that whirlwind, you're done, son. Keep slapping. Just keep on slapping. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool effect, honestly. They were saying this way was the bath direction. For some reason, the way I don't know if it's like, I guess the word bath can refer to, I mean, probably maybe it's like a hot spring. I could maybe see that, but I don't know what I thought about just now. I couldn't help but think of the Beatles lyric in Norwegian Wood. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled up to sleep in the bath. The whole. I like that song, but it's also like a very strange one. The idea of like, oh yeah, I met a nice lady. We just hung out. She invited me back to her place, but she wouldn't let me sleep with her, so I slept in the bathtub. And then when I woke up, her house mysteriously burned down under questionable and/or mysterious circumstances. Like, I like that song, but it's a little bit fucked up. Just a little bit. Norwegian would, more like Norwegian did. Not that it would happen, it's that it did happen. Well, allegedly. I'm sure it's not based on a true story, but... Rope access only. I am so ready. You know it's real because if I pause, you can see we got the rope. And spots for maybe 2 more pieces of inventory. Down we go. On to the next area. You got it, baby. Below a wash. Oh, it's the... Okay, so not bath specifically, but wash. It's dark. Dark and spooky. We must have, like, climbed that rope for a really long time to get here. Really, really, really long time. Little fellas? Oh no, that's courier quail again. He's got the little quail like bloop on his forehead, which is fun. Answers we seek lie at the bottom of the great pit. Return to me with any information you learn. Very good. When I think of quails, I think of Quail Man from Doug. I like that show. Give me those arrows. Yeah. That red thing. Oh, that's... We saw one of those earlier, I think. Something similar, at least, when we had to fight those molekin. to dissipate that crystal. Oh, it's a skeleton. Skeleton archers. You can play that game. He explodes. When they die, they fucking explode. They don't, like, fall apart into bones. They just fucking explode. Bones and dust. Ouch. Am I blind as a bat? Oh, there he is. Shoot him right in his bone penis. That's right. Like the dust cloud. Now, I know that location damage is not a thing, but I like to think that it is. Game autosaved. Nothing else in the distance. It's another one of these. I need to free the dog. I need to find another block. Fought you guys plenty of times already. He dropped arrows, which is good because I used a whole bunch just now. Dispensing those boners. He thinks I need to climb up there. That might get me kind of dangerous. Kind of close. Close enough to be dangerous. There's like something fancy there. Yeah, it's too steep. Too steep to make it there. See anything obvious? There is some kind of platform thingy there, maybe? It really seems like this might otherwise be, but yeah, it's like we just kind of slide right down. Let's just keep going. There'll be something else. We can go down more. Another one? It's able to recognize these things as they occur naturally. Oh. Unexpected. Oh, because we killed the skeletons, though, we can descend. Okay. So there may or may not be... What if I shoot that thing? Yeah, nothing happens. It's a weird noise. I climb up here. Oh, that's the strat, I bet. I mean... I'm closer, but... Yeah, I'm guessing there's probably something else. It's just weird to me that I'm going down. Oh, another haiku. Haiku number 5. Flying or falling? Ask which is my direction. Up, I tell you, out. So deep. I'm glad I'm finding, like, other fun things. Doesn't get me any closer to the answer. The secret. But it does scratch my completionist itch that I don't really have that strong of necessarily. It's nice to find the secrets, and it's nice to, like, find things other people have missed, but by no means does it have to be a 100% kind of thing. Oh my. A tiny blue door. And maybe a boss battle arena. This smells of boss battle. It is Holkin. So earlier was the Molekin, now it's the Holkin, and it's a big tentacle fellow. Ouch. shoot you in the eye a whole bunch. I mean, presumably... I should be, like, going too ham on that. Problem is that it's eating... Oh, it eats right through your shield. Damn, that's brutal. Problem is I don't have that many arrows. Just if I miss my shots like that. I'll eventually need more arrows, and maybe I can get some by killing the tentacles. They're doing enough damage. There's some more arrows. There we go. This is a weird boss battle where it's like, yeah, you get that laser attack. You can't seem to block. Yeah, you can't really block it. They give you some health, maybe? I'm dead. I think maybe they would give some health on death, on kill. They definitely drop arrows though. Continue. Surely it saved before the boss battle. No. But it did save when we entered this little area. Read the book. Let's go in with maximum arrows guaranteed. Okay. Kill the boners. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. They drop arrows on death as well. There we go. Now we're all set. At least it went up and over the tentacle. Yeah, it's like there is kind of like a you can't block it, but you can kind of outmaneuver it. It's hard to take no damage, but yeah, you can like kind of juke around it if you're fancy. Spawns in. And maybe it's like a line of sight kind of thing. I just like slap the shit out of him first. It's gotta be that, yeah. It's a little bit silly that the only way to damage him is by shooting him in the eyeball. It's like an odd way of doing it. And I guess because the first boss battle, or mini boss, I guess, or whatever you want to call the Molkin, was kind of a wash. Like it was pretty easy, all things considered. This one's different for sure. But they're mixing it up at least. Two. I'm gonna position myself accordingly. He did drop health, which is good. So they don't always drop just arrows. Arrows are a welcome sight. That enough to kill? It probably is. Let's see, once you kind of go through the ringer once, you pretty much got the goods. An achievement for slaying the Hulkin. Not hulking, Hulkin. Can I follow where he was going? Maybe. This feels unwise, but I'm curious and foolhardy enough to try. There is something. There's a dead guy. Skeleton looks a little bit weird. Treasure chest and nothing else. Treasure chest is a key. How mysterious. A blue key. Oh, you have to find that, I think, because there's that door that's blue on the other side. I thought I was finding a secret. I was all excited. Thought I was cool. I'm not gonna lie, Grim. I had a similar thought, like, yes, the holes of my kid. It's like, I don't know if that's something I'd be super excited to, like, brag about necessarily. made it out. So yeah, this blue door would be locked otherwise, probably. So what I thought was a secret was very much what you're supposed to do. Climb back up. Maybe this will lead to the other side where we saw the skeletons earlier. Spooky Mr. Skeletal. Lots of these boys that are indeed back in town. They're, not so much their behavior, but like the color pattern. The color pattern that was used for like their design reminds me a little bit of antlions. Kind of like if antlions were less ant-like and more lion-like, I guess, like less insectoid and more meaty. More wide. Those arrows. Oh, actually, I think they disappeared just before my eyes. Ah, fancy. Oh, these things explode, I think. Not gonna give him a chance. It did fall down. Fell down the big hole. That guy fell down the hole. Let's go in for rapid fire. It's kind of a shame you don't have like any sort of charge attack in this game, but this game isn't exactly one for like super deep combat necessarily. Don't think that's like the main draw. It's like the super deep combat. It's no Dark Souls, nor does it need to be. That's mysterious. Purple veins leading into something, somewhere, somehow. Find a thing to shoot. Probably. For another one of those little target things. Those guys are fluttering about. See, like hanging off a tree, maybe. There's that guy, but I don't want to waste my arrows trying to shoot him. If we run out of arrows, I don't know what you do, honestly. You maybe feel stuck, or maybe get stuck even. Actually, speaking of feeling stuck, shit, maybe I have to drop down. A long way down, it might just be water at the bottom. I think it's water. It kind of looks like the boss chamber we just came from, and if it is, it's very shallow water. A little bit nervous to just drop down willy-nilly. Just because that previous room did have that little shootable target thingy. I feel awfully silly if there's a target thingy that I'm just not seeing right now. Alright, let's find out. A sploosh. You feel rejuvenated. That was unexpected. I thought for sure I was going to take crazy fall damage. We got Ace. What's up, buddy? Sometimes it can be too deep. So I've heard. I'm with the Ace. It's like, yes, I've heard urban legends of this too. So I've heard. Never seems to be my problem, in my experience. Not a problem I've experienced. Until you've been rejuvenated. I'm guessing that's the game's way of saying, like, alright, normally there'd be fall damage, but we put a healing spot there just for you. Just deal with those hornets now. I'm surely in their range. One. Ouch. Bump. The other one... We're a little bit far away from him. It's a health... Restorator. It's also one of those terrible scorpion things, which I am not a big fan of fighting. I will whittle him down from here. And he will just let me do it. Yeah, those things are by far the hardest thing to fight. Killing one from afar is a welcome sight. It allows me to put the rope down. Unfortunately, the rope doesn't persist. This is unfortunate. It'd be nice if the rope were to persist so you could just jump back up and climb back up if you wanted to. It'd be very cool. Shame the arrows that scorpion dropped did not persist any further. It would have been nice to pick them up and replenish my supplies. Oh man, I was just saying how I don't like fighting you guys. I think he was listening, man. Just go all aggro. That's the way to do it, man. Go all aggro. It sucks, but that's the way to do it. There's a max healthifier there. And I would like that. I would like that very much. But I don't know how to get up there. Maybe there's like a thing we can like ride the purple. Ride the purple tubes. First. And we'll be able to come back. Get something cool. Mostly hearts, but get some arrows back. I'm glad we're able to sometimes find things to increase our max health very slightly. It'd be cool if we could also find things to increase the maximum amount of arrows we can carry. Although I guess that would kind of diminish... That would kind of trivialize certain combat situations, though. Stairs, okay. Here we go. Is this what I was hoping? It is exactly what I was hoping. Just gotta have to wait. Whoop. Ouch. Okay, I can just pick it up from there. Maximum health goes up by 1. Of course, you have to go back just by doing it this way, but that's fine. Well, those little purple floating platforms are very convenient. Grateful for whoever set those things up, because that's kind of saving our ass. Whoops. You kind of be careful about how much you commit, though, because they do kind of go invisible on you. We're definitely going up. Oh boy, more of those little hornet fellers. Not a big fan of them. They're not a big fan of me, or maybe they do like me a lot and they want to eat me. They want to have me for dinner, as they say. And yes. Going on up. In a sweet time, though, I don't want to misstep and... I mean, this would be a lot of fall damage if I were to get got, so I would rather not... I would rather avoid that if that was an option. Oh, I actually sniped him. I'm a fucking gamer. Come here, bro. Do it. Ouch. I want those arrows, but it's not worth the fall damage. Not worth it. I'm so glad I got that guy first try. It felt so cool. I could just run for it, but now we'll play it safe. We'll play it safe. It's just getting scary up here. This game is like usually pretty easy. Like usually pretty simple, but there are those random, maybe not random, but those unexpected moments where, yeah, you have like a combat encounter that's like pretty tough, and a platforming situation that's a little scary, that has very high stakes. This is one such case. Ouch. As he falls down. We're getting there. I don't know what we're getting to, but we're getting there specifically. It'd be really awful to fall right here. I could just, again, I could just like go right for it, but I would probably do best to be confident. The arrow's good. To be honest, I would rather just have those like pulses maybe last a little longer. I like the I understand the idea of having these ethereal bridges not always being fully visible. It does kind of pad that section out, but it's fine. We got where we needed to go. Everyone got where they needed to be. Nice that we can just very consistently kill those guys in one shot. So now we're to this point. Okay, cool. I openly wondered what that was all about. I need wonder no more. And I knocked the ladder down so we have a shortcut for later. That's exactly what we just did. So if I were to fall down again, we're all set. And also, if you were to like fail this jump, it would suck so many butts to have to go all the way back. Go through that whole sequence again. So that's very considerate. Oh, more skeletons. There's more where that came from. Oh, they're just protecting this one block. I see what it is. This is the block we're going to use to solve the dog puzzle. At least get to fight like a skeleton warrior at some point. Is that so much to ask? All skeleton archers. Ouch. Is that it? Shield is still up. Where? This way? Oh, right there. I'm big doofus. There we go. We'll take this thing. Go ahead and drop down. A little bit of fall damage as a treat. The E flashing the top right, that's just if you wanted to drop it. Oh, more of these fellers. Good. Good for me. More health. Which is fine, I did take a bit more damage earlier. Does the dog get freed? The ticking is so ominous. The dog! Good boy. Or girl. Good doggy. Did I do good? Did I find the next area? And a bridge. Which we saw this from the distance. I mean, if I was a fool, I would use my machete to hack the rope. Thankfully, this is not that kind of game, but the temptation, it is there. And all to see a door. And oomst. I just assumed it was bad. I don't know if it's bad, but I assumed it was evil. Probably a fair assumption for a game like this. See a strange thing, you can probably assume the worst. Did it stay compressed? I think it did. I have no idea what that did, but I stepped on it. Oh! Oh, extra health. Very nice. 24 hours to go. More spoilers, of course. Of course, it's the Spodlers all the damn time with the Spodlers. I was expecting kind of like a new variant, but Tim wins this earlier. That's fine. Don't have to reinvent the spider wheel, which is real. Oh, look at this guy. Well, if I want the flaming chest, what must I do? Oh, just open it. Yellow key. It's fire, apparently. There's a bunch of the glyphs from earlier. The glyphs we saw in the Chuck drawings. These, like, tumbleweed demons. I'm just assuming they're evil. Again, I know these are evil. No question there. So this is probably the wash then. Or the pit. This could be the pit of unfathomable despair. The pit of unspeakable torment. The one where the villagers were like, well, the peak of unfathomable torment is a little bit dangerous. Noro Tol Enore. Noro Tol Aloria. I cannot enter Tol Enore. Or Tol Aloria. Cool. Very helpful. I took arrows in the quiver. Cool. Max arrows. Gotta be the machete for this one. You, however, can be arrowed. The weeds are evil. It's not so much their complexion, it's more that I can't, like, there's just this shapeless void where there's no face. There's no face, there's no eyes, just tentacles. And call me old school, but my Mima always said, Alex, if you ever encounter something that has uncountable number of tentacles and appears to resemble a soulless void and is about 1.5 feet tall, you should assume the worst. Now, granted, Mima was from a different time. I can't pretend that everything she said was kosher back in those days, but... And let's be real, if we're saying that something is described as Lovecraft-inspired or Lovecraft-esque, well, we all know how Lovecraft felt about minorities, so there is that. There is that. I thought this was an empty room at first. I was like, really? Dead end? Oh, dear God. No thank you. Not buying what you're selling. No thank you. And yet, the game's like, here's a bunch more. Thunk. Thunk. And more. I just want to make sure I don't have too many arrows going into this next section. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who do you think you are? Made of arrows? Get out of here. What if I'll have exactly 0 by the time we reach the end? 7. Lucky number. Jump. Like there's like the little piece that remains. I cannot harvest the skeleton. We reached the bottom. We did save. More platforming sequences. Just about this, it is getting pretty late, and I can feel myself getting a little bit tired. This game is this game is interesting. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's not as weird as I thought it'd be. I was actually maybe hoping it'd be a little bit more weird. It is like a solid adventure puzzle game. The puzzles are like pretty chill, honestly. It's more exploration, more adventure, not too much combat, obviously. Like the story is maybe not the most compelling. It's serviceable, like it's fine. You know, it does what it needs to do, and it provides what it needs to provide to the player, you know, to compel them forward. I don't know. I would almost prefer it be a little bit more weird, like a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled because when I first saw the game, I thought it was like Dread Delusion, and Dread Delusion is like nearly incomprehensible in its strangeness, and That's like an alien world. Like this game isn't so much an alien world. You're just in a slightly strange version of like desert land with like weird like large monsters. So it's solid though. It's a solid game. I don't know how long it is. If I were to go back to Steam page, I wonder if there's like indication of how close we got to the end. Because if we were getting close to the end, I would consider go back to finishing it. But I don't know if I'd want to play it for like like hours and hours on end. So here we go. So it looks like let's see, I played for 3 hours, I think. We're probably like 1/3, maybe 1/4 of the game. Yeah, so that was Goldenheart. Yeah, it's an interesting little game. I don't know if I loved it. I did like it. I don't know if I loved it necessarily though. But like just yeah, if you're craving some kind of single player, I'll just say like Skyrim or like Elder Scrolls like or light kind of game. It's definitely not an RPG. I mean, you do increase your max health little by little, but that's the only RPG elements to it, the only stats elements to it. Number go up, that kind of thing. What's up, Dude or Dad? Infinite massive tentacles. There you go. Smart lady. So no, it's a solid game though. Like, was it amazing? No, it wasn't amazing. I would like for it to be more weird. That's if I had any requests. I would say, like, there's semblance of weird. I would say crank that shit up, in any way possible. But easier said than done. That can be a tall ask, obviously. And like, what the fuck do I know, right? Like, I'm just some dude who plays video games. I'm not like a game developer, obviously, so I don't know shit. But it was nice though, a nice little fun game to mix it up a little bit. And like I was saying earlier, we just received a key for that game without requesting it. 9 times out of 10 when that happens, probably more like 99 times out of 100 when that happens, I'll look it over. Like, whenever an indie game dev sends me a game key that I didn't request, they just send one out sometimes. A lot of the times it's like, I don't know, it's just not my thing. I don't want to say like, ew, gross, I think they're bad or something, but a lot of the times when I receive a game that or a key for a game that I didn't request, it's like something that wouldn't be my cup of tea or kind of resembles a mobile game. It's like a very obvious Unreal or Unity asset flip kind of thing, or it's another like I don't know, weed shop simulator, construction simulator, like farming simulator, some kind of I don't want to say low effort, but low budget. We'll say low budget simulator game. I don't know. I only have so much patience for that kind of thing. But every once in a while, something comes across my radar, and I stop in my tracks and I go, you know what? Let's try it. And it was nice to try it, something different, and it's nice to mix it up a little bit. So it was good. Yeah, world building. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, classic first-person RPG. Yeah, that's secretly that I was maybe hoping a little bit with this game, and maybe that's setting the bar too high. So maybe Dread Delusion was too good. It's too good. Elgas says, what about Kenshi, Alex? There's always Kenshi, always waiting in the background. What's up, Justin? See, is Hobbit around? He is. Hobbit is around, although not for long. We are wrapping it up, my friends. We're going to go and wrap it up here. We have our friend Game Fox, who's rated me like dozens of times. And I don't get to raid them very often, but tonight that changes. Because they're live right now. They're doing some Minecraft. They are making a Wasteland factory right now in their game. It is Minecraft 1.20 for anybody curious. And it is, I think, I think they're playing on like their community server right now. Potentially it's multiplayer with other peeps. Like, I don't know if they're playing like with other people on stream necessarily. But yeah. Actually, I think that's exactly what it is. I see little icons right now for the people that they're talking to. So yeah, there's other people. So it's a multiplayer Minecraft. The Game Fox TV, like I said, they've rated me dozens of times. They're always really nice, and they always they play a lot of Lethal Company and those kinds of games. There's that other Lethal Company-esque game, not the one that just came out, but the one that came out of sometime last year. I'm trying to think, what's the new one though? There's the new one that a lot of people really enjoy. Can't remember what it's called though. If I do a search for Lethal Company, it'll probably come up. shit. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, but anyway, there's other Lethal Company-esque games that that other folks have been playing, and yeah, GameFox has been known to frequent some of those. Repo, that's the new one. Repo is the new one that a lot of people are really digging. That one looks awesome. But anyway, yeah, good stuff though. This EverQuest stole my brain. Of course, EverQuest and Minecraft are very different games, and of course, the difference for a lot of us is that we were probably kids when EverQuest came out, and for a lot of people that got into Minecraft got into it when they were kids. So I think that's probably what it is for some folks. It's a kind of a generational thing. I know plenty of people my age that enjoy Minecraft, but it seems like it really resonates with the youngsters. For good reason. It's a good game. Even if it's not my kind of thing, it's a good game just in general. So I get it. I understand the appeal. Anyway, though, Linktree link is in the chat. It has all of my links as always: social media, Discord server, YouTube channels that I maintain. And in addition to I have the main YouTube channel and then the secondary YouTube channel that I use as a stream archive. So it has everything I've streamed up to last week. I'm slowly getting caught up. And yeah, we'll be back maybe tomorrow. I was originally thinking tomorrow. I wasn't sure what time I was going to be home. But I checked the time for the thing I'm going to tomorrow, and it actually doesn't go that late. So it'll be well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to overpromise, but we might be able to stream tomorrow. If I do stream tomorrow, I might bump up Beyond the Ice Palace 2 tomorrow instead, and then do something else on Friday. So we'll see. I do still have Rise of the Ronin. We got a review key for that game, which was really unexpected. That was published by Koei Tecmo, I think. And that was one where, you put your name in a hat and see what happens. And every once in a while, when it's like a fairly high budget game like that, even if it's just a port, if there's an opportunity for a review key, I'll still put in a request for it and not expect anything from it. A lot of the times they don't come out, they don't bear fruit. But this is one such case where, yeah, Rise of the Ronin had it was a PS5 game that came out about a year ago, had a Steam port that just came out on Monday, and I guess not a ton of people applied for review keys because somehow I was able to get one, even though it's a very high budget game. So that's exciting. So yeah, maybe we'll do that on Friday. So anyway, friends, so we'll see though. We'll see. If I don't stream tomorrow, then we'll do Beyond the Ice Palace 2 on Friday instead. Saturday, almost assuredly no stream though. And then Sunday, more Caves of Cod Bingo. Caves of Cod Bingo, since we had to miss out last week. And then next weekend, probably Ocarina of Time Randomizer. So we'll continue with that. So I'm thinking we'll probably take turns every other weekend, basically. That is a plan. But anywho, I will see you guys around. We're going to hang out with GameFox TV, doing some Minecraft with their homies. Sounds like a good old time. I will see you guys around. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for popping in as we play kind of a strange, little weird oddball game. Hope you enjoyed. I know I did. And like I said, we'll plan on maybe enjoying more games tomorrow if all goes according to plan. If nothing else, I'll most assuredly be back on Friday. Everyone have a great night. I'll see you around. And I'll see you in GameFox TV's channel. Good night, friends.